All right, so the quest for today.
Oh, I'm ready. I love
You
quests.
guys ready for a challenge?
Quest?
I love
Well,
quests.
it's really a challenge, not a
Bars
quest.
or
Is
missions, whatever.
we're no swearing today. I know we did the swear jar.
They look so excited.
I know we did the swear jar, but it costs
Okay.
it costs you guys a lot of money.
Yeah.
We
So-
weren't
so we're gonna try.
prepared for that today.
You weren't prepared
so-
for that? Well, let's see how. Let's.
what do you
all right,
mean?
Let's
the whole podcast?
Let's change it up.
How am I supposed to
let's
do
see
that?
how many minutes. Let's play the game. Remember when you were a kid? We'd be like,
Oh,
let's play
no.
the quiet game.
Oh, so we're gonna play the quiet game on
Yeah,
the podcast.
so we're not gonna
that'll,
play
go,
compelling.
that'll go over
Yeah, it's gonna be
great.
really compelling.
Just
All
stare
right,
at
let's
each
just
other.
stare at
See
each
what we
other.
can learn.
See how long we can go without talking. Okay, that's enough of that.
Damn,
No,
that
but let's
isn't
see
as long
how
as we
long we
should
can
go.
go without swearing.
Oh wait, I think I just said damn.
Damn, I think is okay. Anything that could go under PG-13.
Ooh.
Oh wait, is it PG-13?
Okay, now the
you can
PG-13, you can use one F word.
Yeah,
One F bomb.
yes.
Yeah, one F bomb.
Now the rules are
So,
loosening up?
Let's say
Yeah.
what's going on?
Exactly.
What's going on here?
See, this is just like life and politics here. We don't
Yeah,
ever
no.
know what the rules
No
really are
swearing.
because they
PG.
keep
No
changing.
swearing for as long as possible. What happens to the first person that swears? It's
Flicked.
gonna be you.
Corporate punishment.
Oh, good.
What the hell's that?
SWAT with a bat.
Jeez.
No, speaking of
With
with
the
didgeridoo.
with a didgeridoo in the corner.
Speaking of ratings, they announced that Deadpool 3 was going to be starting to film, and it would be rated R.
oh yeah, I did see that
I think
because
all of them have been rated R, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they
that's
should
what
be.
I thought when I saw that post. I follow
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan.
You know
Ronald
what-
McDonald.
You know what else I saw?
I follow Ronald McDonald on the gram.
He told me.
I love his shoes.
I get off the value menu.
You know what else I saw today was actually
No,
that
what?
Netflix is putting out 70 movies this year.
Wow, about time.
70 movies.
it.
in
Now they'll
one
have
year.
75 movies.
And
That's
there's
great.
a lot of there's a lot of junky, like whatever, but there's a lot of big name ones. In particular, Ryan Reynolds and The Rock is going to be in one.
Which one?
I don't know what it's called. Do you want to look it up, Jay?
Yeah.
It's, it's Netflix, Ryan Reynolds, The Rock movie
Well, I'm
that's
not
coming out later
surprised
this year.
because a lot of
Why are you
over
doing
the
that?
last year or so, people
Dude,
have.
pull up the Ryan Reynolds meme as well.
Well, let's pull up one at a time.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it looks
yeah,
like,
but
what's
that
this
one's
going to be
the best.
called? The Rock?
The Red Notice.
Red Notice, yeah.
Red Notice. Okay, The Red Notice.
It's a
Check it out.
comedy thriller.
Comedy thriller. So there you go.
The budget's 150 milli.
So
But-
how many 150 mil?
Honestly, that might be off. Because what if it's just like when people look up how much we're worth,
This is
and
very
it's just
true.
like boom, boom, boom.
You can't
Yeah,
always
because
believe the
Netflix,
internet.
does not need to show how much.
No.
They're a company that doesn't need to show how many people watch their stuff and so on like that.
Right.
That's what I've always heard that like the artists on Netflix are frustrated because when you're in a series, you don't know how well the series. There's no rating system.
It's kind of like
in Netflix, and they don't release how many people watched it.
it's like did people
is
talk about it
interesting.
on Twitter or no?
Yeah,
because that's how
really,
you know
just exactly.
If people are
social media
fucking blown up with
following. Yep.
hashtags
Oh.
and stuff. What?
You lose.
That's not what I
Damn.
said.
Yes, you did. I
Drop
heard
the
it.
F-bomb.
Such fucking bullshit.
All right. Well, we know where that is. No,
That's
no,
so
We made it
dumb.
3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Hey,
So good.
that's pretty
dumb.
good.
Yeah, 3
That's
minutes
so
and 50,
dumb.
50
Look how
seconds.
competitive
And
Noah
I
gets,
talked
bro.
2 minutes and 30 seconds of it. So you made it a minute. 1 minute. I'm so
Stupid.
proud.
Restart.
Okay, let's
Let's
restart.
do another round.
Okay, guys, welcome to another podcast.
We gotta
We're gonna
do
try
another
to do.
round.
We're gonna try.
We gotta do another
All
round.
right, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, round 2.
Okay,
Start.
round 2. So what's
Star Wars.
wait, let's talk about like PG things.
What is that? PG
What, you wanna
things.
talk about
Okay,
Land
I'm
Before
thinking
Time?
about the cheese touch. That's PG.
What?
You ever got the?
You got the
I got the
cheese
touch.
What's the cheese stuff?
You never.
Oh,
never,
we call Devon. I know what you're talking about.
So in this book that I read as a young
Youngster.
lad, it was called Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
I remember.
They had the cheese touch. This kid was like he touched a old piece of cheese on the basketball court, and then everyone ran away from him in school because he touched the cheese and he had the cheese touch,
Ah.
and then it became like a thing.
Okay, so we're talking about that now.
we had a
It's-
stinky
it's
kid. in
very
my
Are
class.
we,
PG.
are we done talking about it now? Can we move on to?
This guy's so lost,
I know.
dude. He's so lost.
No, I
You want to go
love
He
back to your
likes
comfort
cheese.
realm of aliens?
He likes cheese.
Yeah.
That's good.
What else is PG? ET's PG.
E.T. Yeah,
You don't
Yeah,
like?
I
we can
think.
talk about PG things. We do a lot
Why
of
are we
PG
talking
things.
about PG things?
Well, I'm trying to not put you down the road of swearing because you're such a
but
toilet
PG
tooth.
pisses me off.
You're such a toilet tooth. You know that's the problem.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think it's
What
just
is
like
that?
we just.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. All right. What do you want to talk about, Noah?
I want to talk about how many beautiful fans we have. How grateful I am for them.
Oh, that's
We're-
good.
Yeah, that, I'm very
and
happy about
how that when I wake up in the morning and the stars are twinkling in the sky because I wake up earlier than anyone to start working because early bird gets the worm.
that. It's 4 a.m.
4 a.m. stars still out.
That's
And
not,
I'm just
that
appreciative.
is not true.
Whatever,
Because
you can
I'm up
say
at
what you want.
5 and you're sleeping for sure.
Well, I'm very dainty.
He was up this morning though early because I was
Yeah,
surprised to see
your
him up
early
early.
is different than my early.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm soft on my toes in the morning. You just don't hear me.
So let me start by saying I think I'm going to just change topic. Is that okay? Is that okay?
I think that's fine, Master.
We're going back to PG.
We're going back to PG. So it looks promising that maybe not this weekend, but next weekend. No, it doesn't look promising.
I did,
So we're talking about.
I don't think so. So don't say anything.
Well, I'm
I
going to
was
say
reading
about. Well,
through.
let's
I was
talk
I'm gonna
about-
say
reading
it.
through the book.
We're talking about
and
the
there's
sloth.
a chance that it
Oh,
might
okay.
be 90 days from the first inspection.
Fuck.
Why? Why would?
Because we were
shit.
reading through the manual thing.
Well, why
so
would I don't understand.
I-
So
would
we're
you
just so people understand. I was talking about Drogo the sloth, and we were hoping that maybe as soon as next weekend we could, not this weekend coming up, but the following weekend, because we're supposed to potentially have our inspection next week, that we could start displaying, because you need a permit to display a sloth. You can own a sloth without the exhibitor's permit, but if you exhibit it, you need an exhibitor's permit. And we've been waiting because of COVID. It's taken a whole lot longer and stuff like that. And thought we had gotten good news that the inspection
Well,
was going to happen as early as next week. And now you're saying
regardless,
there's
it's
a
good
chance.
news because at least it's getting the ball rolling. Reading through the thing and the way it works, it said up to 3 inspections within 90 days before
But
blah
why?
blah
I don't
blah.
understand.
I don't know.
Maybe
This is
that's like
something-
if
you needed to change
maybe
something.
maybe if like he's not happy with something.
I don't
I
know.
think
but
I
I'm
think
just
that's
saying,
what it is though.
you
Because,
don't know, so
well,
let's
okay, well I'm not
promote it,
telling
yeah.
people to start buying tickets. I'm saying
because
we're
they're not
hoping-
available.
Right. I'm saying let's hope that we can have them. And I think you're right, because I've heard that. Like I remember with Mark Rosenthal, he had told Jay that yeah, if it's not good, they'll come back. You have to fix it, and then so if I think if he inspects and he says, oh yeah, we're good, I think we'll get the go ahead right away. I think that up to 90 days you have to fix all the problems that they want you to fix. I can't imagine there being anything in Drogo's cage or enclosure that would be against the rules, because we've done everything to the book. You know, I'm sure we put more energy, money, time into Drogo's exhibit than most zoos put into their exhibits, let alone private
Oh, I'm not
individuals.
arguing any of that. I'm just reading what that said and saw that that
yeah.
might be
Yeah.
an issue. So we'll
Understood.
find out when we talk
Well,
to him.
I'm thinking
So,
I'm going to stay positive
well, I
and
know
optimistic.
what you're thinking.
And
You're-
I'm thinking
you're
that
thinking
next,
that this weekend.
not this weekend, but I
That'll
think
be
next
cool.
weekend. I think next weekend we're going to have Drogo on display.
Maybe.
Dang,
Maybe.
that would be awesome.
I think
So
we're
stay
going to.
tuned. See if
Yeah.
every day we might get that news drop. Baby.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll
Watch our
you know,
social media.
Yeah, watch our
Be
social
on our
media.
email for Reptarium.
Well, we spent some time with Drogo today. I
Every
think
day.
one of the cutest things was Jay today.
He's giving a few.
Giving him a comb, you know, like brushing him, and he
Yeah.
loved it. So I told the other Jay, the Jay behind
That's me.
that Jay.
It's confusing.
It's confusing. There's a
Yeah.
lot of Jays in
There's
the
a lot of
in the house.
politics.
So I told him we're gonna film that tomorrow about
Hell yeah.
brushing, because that'll be cool. He just
Yeah,
looked
you
like
should-
he was loving it. It's kind of like when you rub my belly. You know how I'd sit there and
Yeah, and you sprawl out. Yeah,
I sprawl out,
Shake your
legs.
leg a little bit. Shake the
I wonder
legs.
if you should get different types of brushes and see what his reactions are.
Probably.
one
I don't
little
want to piss
tighter
them
nib-
off.
No. Comfortable brushes. I mean, there's come on. There's
All right,
different
you want to see
games
something
here.
funny with him?
Yes.
Look at that picture, and then if you swipe, there's a video. He was drinking
Ooh,
this morning.
that is the creepiest thing in the world, guys. If
I
you
mean,
could see this,
They.
wonder what
Jay, I'm
that
gonna
is.
Airdrop me.
airdrop it to
It
you,
is
Jay.
like hinged. Like
I know people found.
it is so weird
Oh, here
how
you are.
he can twist.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
airdropping that to you
So,
right
like,
now.
his-
it's the creepiest thing.
His leg. I'll show you.
All right, I'm
The
excited.
way his legs were, but then his whole body was
I actually am
twisted
doing it
the
to your
other
MacBook.
way.
Is
I got it. That's perfect.
All right, cool, excellent.
Saves me a step.
And then you
But
can.
I was dying laughing when I walked in there, and he was doing that.
There are so many things. There's.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's very alien-like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Can
very.
you see?
He's
Okay.
Chewbacca. Look at his feet though.
Yeah, but you got to do it out more
Yeah,
where
out-
you can
yeah,
actually
so-
see.
Like,
See, look at
the way he's
see how
holding.
he's twisted at the waist. So
His
like
torso
his,
is
yeah.
contorted.
like it kind of.
So it's belly up, but then he's twisted to where he had both hands around the bowl. Like it was so funny.
Isn't it kind of like like
So
you
weird.
almost could think of that like in a mummy movie or something
Yes.
like
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
mummy. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
he's so creepy.
they are way more creepy than people get. I mean, they're
Yeah.
super cute face wise,
Yeah.
but the way they
Their
move
actions.
and their actions are
Yeah.
very, very. I remember the first time he like reached out to try to grab me. It was like scary. It's like,
It's like an alien.
He's like,
yeah, those arms are so much longer than you expect, and they're just like,
Yeah,
Yeah, 3 times longer than you would expect the arms to be. It's
and
crazy.
you'll just sometimes flail both arms at you at the same time, like,
that's to you.
yeah, yeah. To me, he does
And
that.
if he grabs you, like he can pull you in real quick and bite you.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, you're
I
right.
know, like he grabs it. It's very fast.
Yeah, no,
just
he's
like
not
that.
messing around. Yeah, he goes ballistic. I know we got a couple super chats. Let's start the day off with some
Yeah, you got
supers, and then we'll keep
Supers.
on going.
I got him on my phone. Just give me 1 second.
Give me 1 second.
Give me 1 second, brother.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect any less from you.
Tricia says she just threw $1 for love. I think it's an Australian dollar.
hey,
Well,
So-
thank you. Yeah, I
so-
saw that 77 cents. So
We
that,
wouldn't want it.
hope things are okay in Australia. I haven't
yeah.
kept up with.
I think it's still burning.
No. I think they put those fires out a long time ago. But
Oh, good for
I think
them.
that I know they're pretty locked down there.
We get some good news then. Fires are done in Australia.
Yeah,
I know.
that's true.
There you
There you go. You heard it here first.
Cody says, love y'all. Big fan from Wyoming.
Oh, thank you. We were just talking about Wyoming or I was talking about Wyoming the other day. I love Wyoming. I want to go back. It's
was
a
beautiful.
cool place, man.
Oh yeah, Cowboys.
The
Was that where we saw the
Spurs? Dude,
Spurs?
yes,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
yes.
That's where we
That's
saw
where
the
we saw the Spurs and-
We saw the
See
Spurs
someone
in
coming
the
out of a
truck.
Dodge
Yeah,
with
like
Spurs.
literally
is
at the
crazy.
gas
Yeah.
station, just like
It's
getting out of the
beautiful.
truck had Spurs on. Ching, ching,
It's
ching.
beautiful.
It's just freaking cool, man.
I've been
I
out
miss-
west before. I've seen it.
Wyoming?
No, but I've been out west and saw people
Yeah,
wear
with Spurs,
Spurs.
yeah.
Cowboys.
It's interesting.
The real Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wyoming
I
is
don't know if
cool
they're-
though, man.
I mean, I guess yeah. You know what? You are a real cowboy. If you dress like a cowboy, you're a real cowboy. You're a
Why
cowboy.
not? Yeah,
You-
I mean,
you
if you
are.
I mean, this is
listen,
the thing. They're not in Michigan.
Yeah, if you
walking
dress like a
around
cowboy in
that.
Michigan,
Yeah.
you're probably not a cowboy.
Because at that point, you're probably
You
Yeah.
just stepped on some feet.
I
and
know
they're
some
steel-toed.
I know some people that dress like cowboys, but I'm just
I'm telling
saying.
You don't wear
I went
steel toes
to
around
I went to
cows.
a rodeo the other weekend. Do you know
Yeah.
how many mullets and how
How many
cowboys
Michigan
I
mullets,
saw?
dude?
Yeah,
they,
there's
they
a
don't
lot.
wear Spurs though.
Oh my god! Yeah, they do.
You
Do
can't.
they?
You can't get in without Spurs. Like
Yeah.
No,
you
do
have
you
to
wear
buy
you wear
Spurs.
Spurs when you're riding bulls?
I mean, you can if you want. It's really up to you.
Well, it'd be stupid to do it because
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't think you would because that would make them crazy.
you want
But
them
you
to-
just
no,
wanna
no, no,
look
no, no, no,
cool.
no. That's a misconception.
Oh, what?
You want your bull as crazy as possible
Really?
because
You get the
they
best
not
points.
only exactly they don't only rate how well you rode. If your bull was a lazy
It's
piece
just
of
like, do, do,
garbage,
do. Yeah.
Oh, then you don't
then
get
you
as
get
many
a
points.
bad score
Okay.
because
I
the
didn't
bull was
realize that.
garbage. So you want to slap the fucking bull, and I already said F-bomb before, so I can say it again.
Yeah, let's start
and
over.
stuff. You want to spur it. You want to do all these things.
Uh.
Bull riding is an enticing sport. I wanted to hop on one when I was watching. That's why I had to
You'd
get
be
out of
broken. You'd be broken so
there. I know. I
quick.
had to get out
The
of
way
there.
your body is, you'd
Probably
be
start
done.
with one of the fake ones first.
Start with one of the.
You should
little,
probably,
electric
you
little
should probably
lambs.
try to
Yeah.
ride a sheep.
Yeah,
before
or-
you-
yeah.
Ride a sheep, and if you can ride a sheep,
Yeah,
then you can work your,
sheep.
You could ride a bull.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
You can dodge
I
us,
agree.
yeah.
Mr. Simpleman says, hope y'all are
that's-
doing well.
that's
How's your
Simpleman.
thumb doing, Brian? Hope Ivy is feeling better too.
Ivy is looking good, thank
Yeah.
you. My thumb is fine. It's fine. It hurt, and it definitely got a little puncture wound in my
Oh yeah. Let
nail.
me see.
It's almost all healed up now.
I want to
It's
see your
fine.
thumbnail. It looked like there was a little
Yeah, there's
bumpy in it.
yeah, it's a hole. It's actually a hole. It's like
Oh
someone
my-
drilled a hole in my thumbnail. That's where her tooth, my albino alligator's tooth, went right through
Oh
my thumbnail.
God, bring it closer.
No.
I want to that's so cool.
Yeah, no.
That
it's,
shows how much pressure she is.
She literally went right through. And the thing that's interesting, it didn't crack the nail or anything. It just literally
right.
went right through my nail. And you can imagine how hard that cuticle doesn't feel good.
Yeah, that
and her
cuticle
tooth was
wired up.
inside my cuticle because it went right through my nail. So, but it
Ugh.
went fine. I mean, she's an alligator.
How long did it hold on?
8 minutes.
Oh,
8 minutes.
That's
oh
so
my
bad.
god! Oh my god! I think like the longest that one like I don't. It was like not a bread lie. It was a carpet python or whatever stuck to me. It was like a minute and a half or something.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
And a minute and a half feels like 10 minutes. The only reason I
Yeah.
know it was 8 minutes is we watched the footage.
footage, right?
You know,
It feel like
as a
an
matter of fact,
hour?
I said 10 minutes. I said
Yeah.
10 to 12 minutes is what I said, and so it was 8 minutes. So,
Jesus.
but 8 minutes of and the thing is that she would occasionally like just
Yeah.
chomp again, like you know what I mean, and that's when it hurt the worst. When she just
Oh
sat
my
there,
God.
it hurt. And of course, we had
That's
we were open
brutal.
for the
Yeah,
public,
I was watching
so
that
I mean,
video.
yeah, you saw the video. I mean, there was like 15 people standing
had an
around.
audience,
So I
yeah,
had to
as
like
you're
I
just
had
like,
to
hey,
entertain.
it's
Like,
okay,
no big
this is
deal.
Yeah,
it's all good.
She's just hanging on. She's okay. And
Just give me
meantime, I was like-
kisses.
Sorry there. Sorry.
I think after about 4 minutes, I started thinking like I was like panicking a little bit, like oh my god, I got to get out of here. Or like I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. But
Like, what do
she,
you think of that gator, sir?
yeah, I think I'll be back in a second. But I didn't want people to panic because you know it was my stupidity. I mean, let's
saw
face
the
it.
video.
Yeah, I mean like. Who's I mean literally I saw a little snaggle tooth where she had a tooth coming out and for some reason I was just like, oh, I can probably take that tooth right out of her mouth. It was just
Yeah.
a really bad decision.
Yes,
you know?
yes,
No,
it
you
was.
pulled a me. That's why my name's my name.
Yeah, bad choice. Yeah, bad choice, Brian.
Yeah, you can join the club.
Yeah. What do you got?
All right. So next up is Claire Hunt. She says UK Netflix tells you the top 10 programs. I think ours does too, right?
Yeah,
I think we have top 10. But we
Yeah,
don't
we
have the
have-
actual
you
ratings
count.
and stuff.
Yeah. We have like trending and then we have like the top 10 popular or whatever.
But you really is Netflix like YouTube? Because YouTube's trending page is just whatever they pick. It's not actually what's necessarily.
I have a
trending.
feeling that, you know,
It probably
I
is.
think as looking at the trending page, I agree with you on Netflix. I think it's kind of what they're pushing. Like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
what
But you
know,
do see, like you said, though, how obviously when series or shows take off and everybody's posting about it, those ones always are there. So it isn't like, you know.
Yeah, plus they get the number like it'll be like number 1 trending in the US.
But you
or
also
something
see,
that,
like,
yeah.
I laugh because you'll see that, but you also see these other ones like, really? I've never heard of this one, which if it was trending, you think you would have before. So I
Yeah,
think they do
yeah.
kind of slip some in there.
Yeah,
because
because you know what was trending was that we like the American Bake or the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah, the American
and
one's
and
not
the
good.
one that when that
liked
group,
it.
what was it, the girls or something like that?
Oh,
Trevor?
the Derby.
the Derby girls. I
or
think it was the
something.
Derby
I don't
girls,
know.
which weirdly enough had a guy in the group, but whatever. That's a whole nother
Hey,
story.
2021.
Yeah, hey,
baby.
man, whatever. So, but ironically enough, they were trending like the next day. So either people watched the Great British Bake Off and were like, oh, let's check out the Derby girls, or they were like, hey, now we can push their content.
I think they coincided it because obviously they had already they filmed their thing and they filmed that Great British Bake Off show, and then they kind of rolled them out at the same time.
But I'm just
to
saying they were both
cross-promote.
trending, you know, which
Yeah.
is probably not, you know, I can't imagine that many people were watching the Derby girls.
What is the Derby?
I
So,
don't-
like,
I
what
didn't
is the
watch
show
it.
about?
I don't know. I
Jay,
didn't
can we
watch
get a
it.
little Google here?
Yeah, I was
No.
disappointed because I
Derby
thought it was going to be about roller derby, and I was excited, but it wasn't.
Is it
So I
Derby
didn't-
DURB?
Yeah, I
or?
think it's DIRB. Yeah, I think it's Derby
Derby.
Girls.
Let's see what this is
No.
about.
I think no. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I guess that's not.
Maybe
Maybe
this?
Derby Girls UK.
Detroit Roller Derby. We got to do one of those.
Just do Netflix derby.
Roller Derby. Oh my God. What are we getting ourselves into?
Yeah.
Derry Girls?
Dairy
Dairy,
Girls or
there you
Derry
go.
Girls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Derry.
Derry Girls.
Oh,
Derry
so they're
Girls.
like they drink milk or something.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
They
Hey,
look-
do you know
Like
what-
I said,
Yeah, I
it
think I'm a
sounded
pass
like
on this
derby,
one.
and I
It's
thought, because I don't know, I like roller derby. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
And
but that is definitely not Derby.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's
so
definitely
I
not
was
Derby.
like, never
Did
mind.
you know that today I embarrassed myself? By the way, I'm sure Jay is going to put it in the video because I did
What'd
the
you
kind
do
of
now?
instead of C is for cookie. I was feeding Nova the frill dragon, and I was like, C is for cockroach. It's good enough for me. You know, and I did it, you know, like cockroach,
Look at
cockroach,
Lord.
cockroach. Not C. And so he was like, I was like, hey, I like Sesame Street when I was growing up. And Jay was like, what, when you were like 27? And I was like, no, Sesame Street was around when I was a kid.
I didn't believe that.
He didn't believe
Oh
it.
yeah, I grew up on that.
I
too.
didn't know.
Yeah.
I never
It
heard my
started in-
mom talk about it.
It
Nobody.
started in the
60s.
70s.
In the 60s,
In the
1966.
60s, okay.
1966.
There you go.
So,
I
yeah,
watched
he
it my
thought I
whole
was
life
like a
then.
25-year-old
Watch it.
weirdo watching.
Sesame Street.
I
Now,
grew
don't
up
get-
on that shit,
We
man.
were the
No,
original
don't get me wrong, I am.
back with
Yeah.
Mr. Hooper and,
Yeah.
and all
And then
the
there was the
OG
electric,
cast.
and there was the electric company was right
Yes.
after, you know, which was did you ever see the electric company?
No.
No, I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
so that's like that was after Sesame Street. It was like Sesame Street and then the Electric Company. It was like a similar type of thing. maybe a little more ghetto.
What do they teach you? What language do they teach you in the electric company?
I don't remember.
I don't think they did
I think,
languages in that because you always learn Spanish with
Exactly.
Sesame Street.
Yeah, Sesame Street.
But
She
it just
lives
did
in
different,
Venezuelan.
you know,
Yeah,
different
it's
stuff.
It's a kid's
same
thing, but I
yeah.
wasn't that. I'm not that old.
Yeah, you are.
What do you mean? You just referenced it.
What do you mean?
What are we talking about?
I was saying that I
Sesame
was.
Street.
I wasn't. I was around after 1966, not before 1966. So I wasn't 25 when Sesame Street. That would have made me like in the early 40s. I would have had to been born.
You were born in the 40s.
1942.
Really?
Mr.
It
Brown.
really started in 66?
Yeah, we looked it up
1966.
today.
Yeah, we looked it up today. Yeah, so
wouldn't
I didn't
think
feel
that.
so like he thought I was a pedophile or something like that.
that's
Watching
how I
kids things at
felt.
I don't think
25.
that makes you a pedophile.
Yeah, I just thought you
Remember
were quirky.
Chewy used to watch
Teletubbies.
Oh,
no,
my God.
well, he used to watch
Yes.
Teletubbies, but he used to also watch the Wiggles, and he
The
would go to
Wiggles,
the
yeah.
band.
Yes.
He would go to the concerts.
He
He
would.
went to the concert.
Wait, just
He would,
a second.
he
was
would
literally in
find
the 40s,
kids
yeah.
to take to the Wiggles because he wanted to see the Wiggles.
He would always come up to me, "You want to go to the Wiggles?"
No, he didn't.
I'm like,
I
yes,
never
he
went.
did. He did try to
Thank
take
goodness.
Noah. I said, no, you're not taking Noah to
Never.
go see the Wiggles.
No, that
Never.
that would be bad parenting.
Yes.
That'd be bad parenting.
Can we get a picture of the Wiggles for other people that
yeah,
don't
if
know?
anyone hasn't seen the Wiggles,
I'm sure
He
they-
had the
there's a bunch.
soundtrack, like, because he'd play that during the day all the time.
oh, he had like pictures up on his wall.
He would listen to this shit, bro.
Dude, that's me.
He had mental problems.
Was that the new Wiggles?
Oh, maybe.
I don't even know.
Look
if
up
they're-
OG Cast.
I don't even. I don't
Honestly,
even
that
know.
looks about right, though.
Oh, I think it is right.
I didn't think they had a girl, did they?
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, no,
that's
this
the
is
OG.
that's the OG.
That's
dude.
the OG.
This guy,
God,
bro.
they're
Yeah.
all creepy.
Yeah.
They're all also like 78.
Yeah,
years
they're
old.
all just like Chewy. It's
Yeah.
perfect. No, wonder why.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's kind
man.
of. Never mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God,
messed
that's
up. All right,
disturbing.
what else we got there, Jay?
All right.
Well, that was filling our PG.
Yeah, the Wiggles.
The Wiggles.
Wiggles.
Yeah.
Tricia came back and said, "Hey guys, thanks for everything. Had a rough few months with 4 surgeries, and my
wow.
PTSD, anxiety, and depression have been high.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Brian and Noah's vlogs make me laugh."
Oh, I'm so
Damn.
glad. Well, I hope
What
that
was her
everything's
name?
going.
It was Tricia.
Tricia.
Oh, Tricia.
Is that supposed to make her feel
We
better?
love you.
No,
Yeah.
we do. I hope that better times are ahead for you. I know it's really tough to
I
go
mean,
through
what,
those
is she
types of
gonna have-
medical things.
She gonna get more surgeries?
It's possible. I mean, sometimes people. I mean,
Fuck.
you never know. I
Listen,
mean, listen,
Tricia.
like my friend Wes, out in Chicago. He had like Crohn's, and then he had all
Yeah.
kinds of issues, and then he had like part of his intestine removed, and this and that, and he's been in and out, and then he just went through he went in for kidney stones.
Jesus.
I'm like, this poor guy, man, he's been in and out of the hospital for like 6 months, and he's a young, like really in shape dude,
Obviously.
and well, no, I mean, if you were to look
You'd
at him,
think.
if you look at him, he's like, real like
Yeah.
fit, and he seems like he's.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, it's like it's
crazy.
got to be a struggle.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I mean, look at Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre just had an
He's like,
aneurysm.
Yeah, I
he's
heard
in
that.
great shape. He's all that, and
How's he
had a
doing?
brain
Is he
aneurysm.
better now, or do you know?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't drop him.
Oh, good.
So-
Yeah, because a lot of times that stuff will be like, bang, you're done. Good night.
Isn't that crazy? What is a brain aneurysm? Is it just
It's
like
when your actual a vein in your brain bursts.
damn? That's
Yeah.
what I don't know why. I always thought of a brain aneurysm was like a overflow of electricity to the brain, and then it just like shut down.
That's more like a seizure.
That's
That's a
more
seizure,
seizure.
mm.
Yeah.
You know what I
but,
learned? Oh
brain
wait, never
aneurysms
mind.
are
Let's
scary.
not talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Tricia came back and said,
wow.
"And Noah having a wake and bake today is a good day."
Oh, sheesh.
Noah having a wake and bake.
No,
today.
no, she said Noah, comma, having
Like
a
she's
wake and
telling
bake
you, hey,
today
Noah,
is a
guess
good
what?
day.
Wake and
Okay,
bake.
I was just like,
in my
damn, was
entire
she
life,
with
I
me?
never.
In spirit.
Did we talk?
Thank you, Trisha. Wait,
Did
was it
you-
Trisha? I
Did you-
love her.
yeah, it's Trisha.
I love Trisha.
Did you know that even when I used to smoke weed, I've never did a wake and bake ever in my life?
Missing out.
Yeah, I mean, to
It's
me,
not the
that
best.
that would
I like
seem
to start
really
up.
weird, though. Like to wake up and immediately go into like an altered state. That would just be weird to me. I don't know.
It's not that alter though. Weed's not that great like
It's
that.
not that crazy,
yeah.
but you definitely want to get the motor running. You want to do a few things: brush your teeth, take a shit, eat a bowl of cereal, oatmeal. You
in
wanna
that
do-
order.
At least an
Yeah,
hour.
at least.
Yeah.
In
You
that
want to
order.
do something like that, and then you're good.
Oh, okay, I'll remember. I'll
Because then
keep
it
that in
keeps the
mind.
brain going. I'm
I'll
telling
keep that in mind.
Because
when I-
otherwise,
yeah.
you might forget to to
Take a
a
shit.
shit or
To wipe.
eat
Oatmeal.
To wipe afterwards.
Then things get real shitty.
Well, no, while you're doing all those things, you're getting your mind turned. You're letting your original brain come to the foreground.
You guys know that when I told Jay, of course, he turned it perverted on me. But but I
really?
said
Jay
that
would do that?
Jay
Me?
did that. Yeah.
Who, me?
He, but I said you should brush your teeth left-handed if you're right-handed. And then he
Yeah.
said you should jerk off left-handed too.
Yeah, I feel.
But
You said that you were about to say the same thing I said. No, so you know.
No. Yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, I was
These are
just
bad
saying.
conversations. Clearly.
I'm just saying that left-handed brushing of teeth is
I don't
get
think
your
it's-
brain working better.
All I'm saying
You don't think
is,
so?
Fuck up your gums and shit because you're doing it too hard.
Mom,
getting
stop! Why the fuck are we brushing our teeth on the podcast?
Did you know if you brush your teeth like this?
That don't look like brushing teeth to me.
What are you brushing your teeth with?
Have you ever done the thing where?
See how quickly it turns pervert?
Sorry. So like,
my fault.
for instance, magic
Instant.
tricks, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of magic tricks out there, and you're like, how the fuck did David Blaine do that, right?
Yeah.
So there's a magic trick that I can do to you right now. Okay?
Tell me.
So did you know you can taste salt because your mind is so powerful without salt being present?
Okay.
So all you have to do is relax and sit back a little bit.
It's like a
Okay.
therapy session.
And then
Do I roll my eyes up and breathe deep?
No, you
That's
just
what I do in
act
therapy.
like you have
Do
a
it.
salt shaker,
Mhm.
and then just tap it on your tongue while your tongue's out, and you'll taste the sodium. So do the salt shaker.
You're gonna do something.
You do the salt
He's
shaker.
a, he's
No,
look at,
I'm doing it with
no,
you.
because
Look
no.
at,
we're across
I'm
the
doing
table.
it with you.
There's nothing
I
we can
know
do.
what
No,
it's
he
gonna
knows.
look
Look
like.
at, I'm doing it with
I
you.
know what it's
Do
gonna
it.
look
Just
like.
do
I'm
it for
not
the fucking fans.
I'm not
Just do it for the fans.
I'm not
Do
gonna
it for the OnlyFans.
Damn it. I
That'll
almost
be a
had him.
freaking meme.
I almost fucking had him.
tomorrow.
You almost had him. His
Damn it.
eyes were closing
I
everything.
know. I don't know what happened.
He caught you, dude.
because-
He's also a
How did I
guy.
fuck up? I had you there.
You had me at the salt part. As soon as you said open your mouth, to
And
stick your
start
tongue out and
shaking
start shaking, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be a meme. I'm already a meme, probably a million times over, but not that way.
Azalea says, "Can we talk about how Lori didn't want the sloth and now she loves him?" And Brian predicted that.
So
That is true.
there's a couple different things on that, and I'm
I'm gonna preface this so you don't
gonna-
get in trouble.
I'm going to actually defend Lori on this one. To be honest with you, you guys might be surprised by this, but I'm going to defend Lori on this one. Lori, it wasn't that Lori didn't want the sloth. She thought it wasn't practical to get the sloth and that we may not be able to take care of the sloth and would it fit into what we're doing? And as soon as I remember Lori coming to me and say, you do your homework and your due diligence and we'll consider getting a sloth. And when I brought to her, myself and Steph and Jay brought to her the homework that we had done about how easy it was to, not easy, but we could provide the proper care and environment and how it made sense, Lori was 100% on board. So it wasn't that Lori didn't want a sloth. That being said, I knew that once we convinced her that it was doable, that she would fall in love with the sloth, and she did. Is that okay?
That's fine.
That was perfect.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
There you
Good.
go.
So
we go.
now we can talk about otters next.
Shit.
I can't wait till we have the otter enclosure that starts upstairs
Otters will
and
be
goes into the basement.
That's what I'm saying. If we do a
There's a
two-tier
slide.
otter thing with the slide,
Yeah.
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
beautiful.
good. There'll be a little stairway the otters can crawl upstairs. Now they're upstairs. They slide back down.
We gotta do better than the other zoos though. Like you know how the zoos they have the bubble that you can go in. You're like, oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
like a half bubble.
Yeah.
We gotta have some sort of crazy thing where you go inside of it and like you're deep inside the
So
aquarium.
it's like a human habitrail in
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Otter
yeah,
enclosure.
yeah, and you're deep inside of the otter
Not a bad idea. really.
swim, and they're swimming around you.
Yeah, it's like all those prairie dog, displays where you pop up in the little bubble.
Yeah,
all
but
over the
better.
place, but better. Yeah.
Yeah, but just make it like
That's the thing I think with the reptarium. I mean, seriously, I don't know about otters, but I do know that I want to just create like experiences that are just mind blowing. And I don't know. I mean, we're doing some of that now, but like, what's the next one? Like, what can we do that people would be like, oh my gosh, you cannot do that anywhere else?
Only
Yeah.
time will tell.
I mean, that's what I'm interested in.
My
Oh,
first
speaking of which,
thought-
I just got a great idea. Can I say this, or you?
No, you can.
You can.
You want me to
tell?
tell?
Yeah, you'd say
I
first.
mean, it wasn't anything impressive.
Well, go first.
My
and then I'll
first
tell.
thought was just a casket filled with roaches you can lay in.
Oh, Jesus.
That's macabre.
That's
Just my
macabre.
first
That's
thought.
Very
macabre.
macabre.
That's very macabre.
I was gonna let you go because I didn't think it was the best.
No,
No, it's good
it
for a
was-
haunted house.
the
though.
worst.
It's a great idea for a haunted house.
You would
So
have to wear
listen,
earplugs. Sorry, go.
I think you'll like this idea. Seriously. So we have the Reptile 3.0.
Yes.
We now move the gift shop from Reptile 2.0 to 3.0 and double the size of the gift shop.
I think that's smart.
And fill cages up where 3.0 or 2.0 is now. Might solve our problem because people may not know. We want to add a whole bunch more merch, but we're just literally out of space in the gift shop. And there's no way where we're at that gift shop we can expand, but we can expand all we want in the new place. We can have the gift shop twice or 3 times the size if we wanted to in the new side, right?
That is right.
It's always a possibility, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with
I
all
just
the
thought about that today.
all the flame that I'm gonna be dropping.
Yeah. Speaking of flame that you're going to be dropping, can we talk about your idea?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Not
Really?
yet.
Wait, didn't you put
I
it out the
don't-
other day?
Yeah, I think you
No,
did
I
it on your
blurred it.
vlog.
Oh,
I blurred it all.
Oh, okay. Well, so
Just
Noah has
'cause.
something cool coming, but we're not going to
Don't
talk
worry
about
about
it. I have something cool coming too, but I'm not going to talk about that either.
I got something cool
Exactly.
too, but
Keep
I'm
'em-
not.
And I'm not
going
going
to
to talk about it either.
Well, I was going to talk about it on the
So
podcast,
let's all not
but
talk about
Jay
it.
said no. So just and by the way, Jay,
Yeah.
as we're talking encrypted,
bad.
Jay came up with a good idea that has to do with cameras.
But we're not going to
The
talk
camera?
about
We're
it.
not going to talk about it,
Well, you
but
Japanese
who,
there
me?
for a second.
camera. By the way, that was my favorite Godzilla creature was Chimera.
Cool.
Chimera.
Chimera.
I thought it was
So I
Mothra.
talked to my product development
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
and I'm going to have a phone call with him tomorrow about that camera piece of
Oh
equipment.
yes.
So
Damn, I come up with good ideas when I'm sleeping then because I don't know what the fuck you're talking
No,
about.
yes you
it
do.
has to
yes,
do
you
with
do. We were on
it
the
has to
trip when
do
we were
with
talking
if
about
you're
it.
shooting outside and it's
Eyeglasses?
very bright.
Does
Yes.
eyeglasses
Yeah,
have to do?
exactly.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
yeah.
So you
Exactly.
guys, there's so much good stuff to share
Dude,
with you guys.
2021.
In the future.
I know.
Yeah,
But
not
we
to
can't leak
mention
it yet.
the oh my god, there's so. So I was talking to my therapist today.
Oh yeah, what were you talking to him about?
It was a her, and I was talking to her, and I
She
brought
have
a
anything
list of things that were bothering me because this last week or so, for you guys that don't know, I've been today has
That
been my
was
best.
the
No,
list?
this wasn't my
Oh,
list. This
I was
wasn't my list.
I was so confused.
And you want to talk about the things that are bothering you?
No, I don't want to talk about them on the podcast. I wanted to talk to
This is
them
going to
about.
turn into Brian's therapy session.
We're gonna have 500 people part of my therapy.
Checking in.
Strap up.
Wrap up. When I was a kid,
Let's get her going.
when I was 3.
What was number 1?
No, but she. So I go through this list of things that are on my mind, and she literally she goes, I think I'm gonna go home and take a nap. She
Oh,
goes, you
shit.
totally wore me out.
No, you didn't. That's not true.
And you're-
She's like, I understand why you're anxious now.
I'm anxious now.
Yeah,
What
she
about
caused
me?
to be anxious? Yeah, what about? Well, that's like the
Does she feel for me
What
now?
about-
bitch, I need a nap too.
Yeah, she's like, all right, now we switch. You're talking. I'm talking.
Yeah,
this
like
time.
could you imagine if you ended the therapy session and she's like, "Well, what about me? What did you do to me? You're always worried about you, but what about me?"
That's why I could never be a therapist.
That was like that's like the comment. I told you about the comment on the YouTube video about us.
Yeah.
No, what was
What
it?
about
No, I
don't
didn't
ever
hear.
think
So
about
we-
me?
Oh yes, I did hear that
Yeah,
one.
so
What was
so
it?
I said I decided that we're going to stay daily in 2021. Every single day we're going to post a vlog. We're going to stay daily because I always say
Oh,
I
yeah.
decide. And someone came back and
So
said,
good.
"Well, what about me?
I don't have
Why
the
don't you
time."
think about me when you make these decisions? Maybe I don't have the time to actually watch your video every day."
Yeah.
And I just thought,
That's classic.
And please
dude.
subscribe to me because you will not get the dose you're looking for.
yeah, but I mean, my point was
no,
is
it's
that
more up your speed.
Yeah.
the point was is that yes, I put a but you don't have to watch every day. I mean, we appreciate if you watch every day, but I'm not like I didn't say like, guess what, guys? Now you have to watch my video every day to 2021. I just found it interesting. Nice guy. I mean, he obviously
That made me
you
laugh
know,
so
but
hard,
it was
though.
a very weird. I had never thought about reducing my content because maybe I'm
Because
wearing
you're
people
not
out.
thinking of others.
I'm obviously very selfish.
Somebody asked me today. It was just like it was just so stupid. Just so stupid. They were like, "What was the first 2 minutes of the vlog?"
Did you watch it?
I didn't even
Of
reply.
yours?
I didn't reply or anything because I'm just like,
Well, I
bro.
guess I understand what they're saying. I mean, obviously we know
No.
what it was, but there wasn't a good explanation of what it was.
just fucking indulge it, bitch. That's how I
Yeah,
want.
I mean, it was a very macabre start to your vlog.
yeah, but
In
Macabre. What are you talking
It's
about?
macabre.
let's look up the definition.
and you
of
didn't
macabre.
even put it.
You didn't know what macabre is either?
Macabre.
I told you, dude.
Am I the only one that's heard this
I
word
think
before?
so.
maybe
That's
we should
it.
explain.
MAC.
All right, so it's macabre. It's
It's macabre.
a gruesome and horrifying, ghostly, horrible
Pertaining to dealing with or representing death, especially in grimmer or
vulgar.
No.
In this-
Uglier.
uglier
aspect.
aspects of the suggestive, of the what?
Allegorical.
Allegorical.
We're gonna get
Dance
through
of
it
death.
Of death.
together.
This is what the first 2 minutes of your vlog was?
Yeah, his vlog was
very
very
macabre.
macabre.
Very
It was
macabre.
very macabre.
But
Macabre is the only way
beautifully-
you
No,
macabre is the
beautifully
only.
macabre.
It was beautifully macabre.
Was it from that death music?
the death music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes, because I mean, well, normally that's not the stuff you do.
What do you
so
want
I'm
me to
thinking
do? What do you want me to do, bitch? Do you want me to sit down in front of the camera and tell you, okay, we're going to the Death Museum? Figure it out, dude. What?
No, but I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, obviously we know what it was, but we know because we were there a little bit more. Whereas some people be like, where's all this like bones and skulls and stuff?
Is this in his house?
Yes.
I mean, maybe
The
it took-
title
I
was named,
redecorated.
the title of the video was named "The
So that-
Most Bizarre Museum You've
That
Ever
is true.
Seen."
Yeah, no, that is true.
Well, there
yeah,
you
that
go.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
then there you go.
Yeah,
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 you can't
yeah,
do any more
yeah,
than
yeah.
that. So.
But can
Yeah,
I
can't
tell a
help-
story
can't fix
really quick
stupid.
about
no,
that?
Can't be
no,
stupid.
sorry.
So, what happened was this guy came into the Reptarium. You know this, and he owns a death museum. That's like a death museum and oddity shop, you know. And so he came in and he said, "Hey, if you'd ever like to come, we have like human bones and we have like autism tables and all kinds of crazy."
No, not an autism table.
I'm like, what?
Autopsy
What is an
table, dude.
autism table?
That's where they strap you up and give you a fucking.
Oh man, yeah, that one was. I feel. Yeah, I missed that one badly. I
They
apologize.
strap you up and give you a vaccine.
Oh, God.
Stop.
Okay, I apologize for my Oh my gosh! Wow, I don't even know what did they make those?
Autopsy.
I mean, it's a
No.
table that you'd sit at if you're autistic. Like what
No,
is
no.
it?
So if you're having an autopsy table,
Autopsy.
embalming table. There you go.
cutting
Embalming
you up.
table is what it actually is called. So, anyways, so they have a bunch of this crazy stuff, and he
That's
invited us.
crazy.
So we ended up going, and it was
badass.
It was
a blast.
wild. You know, I mean, it was definitely wild. And weirdly enough, did you hear about the shirt there?
No.
Did you hear about this?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so they have like a gift shop, right? There's a bunch of oddities and stuff like that, and they have a bunch of shirts,
Okay.
right? Guess what one of the shirts was?
I don't know.
Don't Fear, Respect Snake Bites TV shirt.
What?
Yep,
Yeah.
they had a Snake Bites TV shirt,
One of our shirts.
one of our shirts in their gift shop
For
for sale for
sale?
$30.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Why?
I don't know.
Did you ask him? Like, dude, this is my.
I told him. I said, "Dude, that's my shirt. That's legitimately my shirt. That's
Where
my
did
shirt."
you get it from? Like,
You know, Danny used to always go there. That used to work with us. So I'm assuming maybe she gave him the shirt or something like that. I have no idea.
so it's
He had
it's
no
all
idea.
just weird used stuff that he's selling in his
Right,
gift
yeah,
shop.
yeah, yeah,
Clearly.
Yeah.
So he had no idea that was my shirt. Like he
Oh,
just was
shut the
like,
hell
"Oh man,
up.
that was just a cool shirt. I didn't know it had anything."
Did you have that in the vlog?
Oh yeah,
Did you-
yeah.
That's what Jay was telling. I heard him saying the story,
What?
but I didn't know what he was talking. Where the shirt was.
Yeah,
It was
isn't
in
it
the
weird? Isn't
Death Museum.
Yeah, it's like weird, right?
it
It's
was
kind of
weird.
like
Nice.
did you
And they had
ever
a fake Stein.
did you? Oh yeah, that's right. Did you ever hear of when we went to the hat place in Qingdao, China?
Yeah, with the Supreme.
With the Supreme
wait.
stuff like that.
Okay,
so
well.
we went with a company called EcoWear
Mm-hmm.
because he was looking for a hat manufacturer. He sells like 250,000 hats a year to like national parks and stuff like that. You know, it's called EcoWear, and so he was looking to see if he could find a manufacturer in China that was a little cheaper.
Yeah.
And so we go to this random factory in the middle of nowhere, and they were knocking off his gear.
Yeah,
They had
one of
EcoWear
his hats.
They were
in-
selling his gear
And he was-
already.
and he
What do
was
you
like,
do?
"Well, apparently you can do it
Yeah,
because this is mine."
Yep, they literally were knocking
That's
his
incredible.
gear off. Yep.
What do you do if that's the case?
There's
can't do
nothing.
In China, there's
anything.
Especially not in
nothing.
China.
They don't have
That's why
copyrights.
all the knockoffs,
really?
come
Yeah.
from China. 'cause
Did they have
there's
YouTube in China?
So they do not have YouTube in China, but most youth of
'Cause I'm
China
a move if they
Use VPNs, right?
use VPNs,
Yeah.
which is just stealing
Because-
IPs from
yeah,
like
'cause-
in Hong Kong, you could do a VPN IP in Hong Kong and watch YouTube. So like when we went, that was a thing. When we got invited over there, they flew your mom and I over, and and we were going to a show as an appearance, and I thought to myself, like, well, they don't even have YouTube in China. No one's going to know who we are, right?
yeah.
And we walked in, and literally, it was like a scene out of like they had literally like security surrounding us.
It was the craziest.
And we're
thing
walking
I
through the
ever
crowd,
saw.
and crowd are just like jumping on us. And
white man.
Yeah,
Look
and-
at the white man.
no, it was just really wild. And then when we
No, they
finally
just
got
knew
to
who he was. It was crazy.
yeah, and then when we got to the booth, there was it was like a 4-hour wait just to take a picture. You know, it was absolutely
it was
insane.
like some crazy like
Paparazzi stuff, yeah.
pop star like
No
know,
way,
rock
that's
star
crazy.
shit.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
and when-
sitting there like you got to be shitting
Yeah,
me. This is
I'd never
insane.
experienced
Like-
anything like that before. It was
Yeah.
wild. So, and then we went to when we were in Beijing, we went to the Herp Society, which was super super cool, and it was the same thing. Like we pull it again. I'm not a celebrity. I don't look at myself as a celebrity at all. But we pull up in this car. And literally, like light bulbs are like going off, like flashes,
Shatters.
like
Oh.
flashes, like
Yeah.
There's like 200 people standing around the thing, taking pictures of the car as we're pulling out. It was wild, you know. And then
Yeah,
we
that's
got there, and
bizarre.
they had a whole wall, like a mural of the
To
wall
you?
with me painted on
Shut
it.
the
and all-
fuck up.
It was crazy.
It
It was
was.
wild. Yeah.
That's fucking fake. You're fucking with me.
No, I swear to gosh, that's true.
Shut the fuck up. No one painted a mural of you.
Yes, they did a giant whole wall, a whole. I swear to gosh.
That's fucking bullshit.
I swear to gosh,
What
this
the
happened.
fuck are you talking about?
This happened.
Dude?
That was
This
in
did not
Beijing.
happen.
That was in Beijing, China.
You guys had a mutual dream. No one's painting you, dude.
No, they did.
No,
you
they
hold,
did.
you
It
hold
was creepy.
snakes.
It
Yeah,
was creepy.
They painted you.
a
It was
mural.
it was
yeah.
the Herp Society. Obviously,
Yeah.
they're reptile people.
Yeah, they were reptile
and
people.
they
It
followed
wasn't like-
him,
yeah.
and
Where
he was
is
kind
it?
of a big deal.
It was in Beijing.
Let me see.
Well, I think it was probably in the video that we filmed. I'm
So
sure
you're
we
not
did it.
fucking with me.
No, I swear to God,
Not
this
at all.
happened. This happened. Swear to God.
In China?
In China.
In
So
China.
that my point is that although YouTube is banned, Google is banned, Facebook is banned, most of the youth use VPNs to still watch all this stuff. So China, although we may not have the analytics from China, because if you look at China as a company, we get 0 views.
How big was this wall?
It was like 15 foot, 10, 15 foot. It was a huge, giant mural.
It was a part of the Great Wall.
And there were
Wasn't it
hundreds of
canvas?
pictures of me on. It's true.
We'll
it's
have
true.
to. You got to remember. See, back when we were back when we were in China, you were living a whole new world.
Yeah, sure.
So you really weren't paying attention too much to what we had going on or cared. So yes, this really did happen.
Yes.
Weird.
Yeah.
I can
so,
go back in the footage and show you.
But yeah, no, China was cool. I can't wait to go back to China when life gets back to normal. I miss it. I mean, I think
I'm
China
sure
was
you
cool.
do.
No,
They're
not-
fucking you on the fucking wall. Taking pictures of
I
you.
miss it.
Yeah, man, I really missed that giant wall
literally-
photo.
Not one. I haven't had one person care about me since I've been back from China.
I never felt love like that before.
I mean, unless I'm going to a Subway or a friggin'
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse, no one even notices me. But when I go to China, it's a place that's no.
Crazy.
It was,
It's
it was,
almost
it was wild.
unbelievable.
It was crazy, and it was really like weird, like going into this pet show, which was, by the way, it was like 4 floors of it was the most insane. There had to be 100,000 people at this pet show.
Damn.
And what was happening was, like I said, like people were trying to get to me and your mom to take like a selfie with us. And the people that, and I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I'm just walking in, me, I'll walk into anywhere. If someone wants to take a picture, I'm like, yeah, let's take a picture. And literally like the security was like pushing people away and like not letting them take pictures of, it was so bizarre. It was one, it was
Were they charging?
well, that was why, is
Yeah.
because that 4-hour line, you had to buy a shirt or a book to take a picture with me.
Not from us.
Not from us. We didn't make a dime on it. Not one dime. They made so much
But this
money.
is the thing.
But they paid our way. They paid
yeah,
our way.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't pay us any money. We didn't get any money, but they did pay our plane ticket and our hotel, and they did, show us around. I mean, we went to
Well,
Shanghai,
and actually,
Beijing, and
it was
Qingdao.
our merch because they had bought the merch from
Yeah,
us
they did
too.
buy the merch
And we-
wholesale.
yeah,
but
and we
then when they
shipped it
ran
over.
out of the merch, though, then they started selling Bob Ashley's books.
Right.
Yeah. So they sold all of his books. So
And then
that
they're just like, can we buy some more?
they're like, no, you can't take a picture.
And then they
unless
started
you're-"
knocking off other stuff and
Yeah,
then bringing it in.
exactly.
No.
Yeah. But it was a wild. It was definitely a weird
Yeah,
experience.
that's cool.
You wouldn't think. I mean, listen, I'm, like I said, it's not like that went to my head or anything like that. I've never had that happen
Obviously
in
not.
our house. Yeah,
Obviously
Yeah,
not.
no.
obviously not.
That's why you can't wait to go
That's right.
back.
It's not like I have a YouTube channel with my name on it or anything like that. No, so anyways, let's get a couple super chats.
Yeah, Rachel says, "Hi friends, I'm new here from Montana. I saw
nice.
Spurs at line at Walgreens once. Don't kneel with Spurs on. Love y'all."
Ooh, you'll stab
yeah.
yourself in the booty.
The
booty.
Yeah.
Give some
Montana's
booty
another place. We
holes.
talked about Wyoming. Montana's another place we'd love to go to. Obviously,
Yeah.
our buddy Jason's out there, and it's Montana was cool. I liked Montana.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I think I'd like
Yeah, it was
to go
interesting.
back to that northwestern part of the country again when
Yeah.
it's not COVID.
Yeah.
And when Yellowstone's open,
Yeah.
that would be
preferably
nice
spring
too.
or
That'd
something.
be
Yeah.
nice. So I'd like to go back.
Kevin Robinson says, AKA, they spoke last time. Her name's Clistia. Brian, how is Ivy doing? I would love to spend all day with her.
Yeah, she's amazing. I was definitely nervous. That was about it was about a week ago when we first noticed that she was gaping a little bit in a couple bubbles. We've increased the temperatures and stuff like that, and she's in shed now, which is a really good thing.
Yeah.
Because when a snake is sick, or any kind of ailment, even if they get a wound, they go into shed as a healing cycle. So I have not seen her gape or bubble in the last 4 or 5 days, and she's in shed, which is great because when a snake is sick and goes into shed, they oftentimes look worse. And then after they shed, they look better. And she looks great right now. So I feel we caught it early enough, got the temperature up early enough, and I think that after she comes out of the shed, she's going to be good. But it was definitely very, very, very stressful because, like you said, I love that animal so much. I mean, she's means the world to me. Although I will say Aries is really interesting too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's become, like, I think we've talked about this when we first got him. Like, we kind of thought he was sketchy.
Yeah.
But I think we thought the same thing about Ivy at first when the first time we brought her
It's
out.
hard to gain trust on an anaconda, to trust them because they're so weird.
Yeah.
But now he'll just come. I mean, like I was in the cage with Ivy, looking after her, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, he's literally up on by my shoulder, just like from the other side of the cage. He just like crawls over and he's like on my shoulder, like crawling. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's such a weird animals. You know?
And like, what would other snakes do?
They would stay away from you, 100% stay away. I mean, they would never, like no other snake I've ever owned would come to me if I go in their cage. Not one snake, ever. I mean, don't you agree, Lori? Can you think of any snake that would literally come to you if you can? Sunshine used to do that a little bit. If you put her on the floor, she would come to you. Sunrise wouldn't. But
Interesting.
But yeah, it's the only snakes I've ever seen that every time you go into Aries and Ivy's cage, they will come and inspect you.
They do that.
Which is weird.
Yeah, very strange.
Strange.
It is weird when you think about it. Like, because I never really knew that was a reason.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I always hear you talk about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah.
But like now when you say that, and then I think about it, it's true. That is special.
Yeah, and even with Brian Cusco came, or when Will Nace came, them getting in with her and having her do that was like crazy for them. Even they were like, "Are you kidding me?" Like they couldn't believe it was happening. You know, like I'll tell people this happens, but then when you actually experience it, you're like, "Oh my God, this is crazy."
Yeah, that is cool.
Little Bogus says, hello to one of my favorite families. Always look forward to Wednesdays.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bogus.
Justin Boyd says, hello, watch daily. Will you have any lavender posset snow next year? Got a mail from you a few months back. Need a female.
Yeah. I'm assuming Cal Kings. I'm
That's what I
assuming
thought,
that's
too.
what you're saying. And yes, I think we even have some now, don't we? I know I saw some lavendery stuff over there, but I don't know if they're lavender snows or lavender het snows. But we definitely they'll be breeding here pretty soon. When do we bring stuff out of hibernation?
I don't know.
Okay, then.
It's an art.
As long as you have a plan.
Not today.
Not today. Okay.
RC Exotic says, hey guys, much love. I recently got an Amazon Tree Boa. He's a Halloween phase. He loves to strike.
sweet.
Yeah.
Any tips to tame him down? He's a year and a half.
What was it?
Get a
Amazon
different
tree boa.
snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they just really. I mean, can you get a tame Amazon tree boa? Yes. Is it common? Absolutely not. I mean, it's very uncommon for an Amazon tree boa to calm down. It's just their nature. I mean, their nature is to be bitey and
Quick thinking.
And I don't see. I mean, I haven't seen many tame Amazon tree boas in my entire life.
No.
So it's one of those snakes that are awesome to own, super cool, very interesting animals. But if you want a snake to play with, that's probably not the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To play with and not get bit by.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get play with and get bit by it, then that's fine.
You're into
But
that thing.
yeah,
They're
if you're
very
into that.
beautiful snakes, though.
They are
wonderful.
beautiful. I love them.
I have one too.
I'd love to have more, to be honest with you.
Especially
I really would.
whatever happened to those? I think we sold them. They were like I would call them Takis flavored red. Like they were just super bright red.
Yeah, we did
Sold
when we
those.
downsized. Yeah, we got red, and I still regret that because they were absolutely
so beautiful as
yeah.
babies. I mean, I don't know what they would have grew up to be like, but as
They,
babies,
yeah,
were
they
pretty.
some stay a little bit red, some usually orange out a bunch. Sometimes they'll be like red and orange and yellow blotching, even if they're solid
Very
red as
cool.
babies.
Yeah.
But there's some really cool Amazon Tree Boa colors out there.
You know what
really
blows
cool.
my mind is the blue. It's not Amazon Tree Boas. Forrest used to work with them.
Green tree pythons.
tree
but
pythons,
the
yeah.
blue ones, like
You want to know what the really cool one? Punch this up for me. No, punch up Insularis,
What's the
a
ones
viper,
that
Insularis viper.
yeah.
I don't know how do you spell that?
So go like Indonesian
Insol.
Insularis, like insulation, but Insularis.
I think we've seen this one. I think I've seen this
yeah.
one before.
Yeah,
What is it?
Viper.
Viper.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah,
I'm
it'll
sure we'll
probably
figure it
come
out.
up with. Yeah, it'll probably come up.
Insularis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
the
it goes.
blue
Yeah,
one.
yeah, they're so sick.
Yeah, look at these things, man. These
But
things
the,
are
I
just.
feel like we look at these like every,
Yeah, we
Every
do.
3 to
third
4
podcast.
weeks,
Yeah.
Yeah,
We do.
Well, every time we talk about blue snakes, that
But-
comes up. You
No,
know, so.
actually, what are the ones that the Sutherlands had? Those were really
Those
pretty.
green tree pythons.
Yeah, they had
they
some
had-
beautiful
they had,
ones
yeah,
too.
they had their own line of blue. And so there's two different things. There's like blue line, and then there's hormonal blue. So there are lines typically like Cyclops, which are red babies. A lot of those can turn blue, certain bloodlines. And then some actually are blue or green, and then when they get pregnant, females will turn blue.
Do they stay?
And some will
blue?
keep it.
Some will keep it, some will go back to green.
the hell is that
depending. So
about?
it's a hormonal change in the color. So yeah, but those are, I mean, blue green trees are
It's like
blue.
Michael Jackson.
Right. The what is it called? Not Vitiglio.
No, he didn't have
vitiligo.
He didn't have vitiligo. I thought he took medicine for that shit.
I think Michael Jackson had vitiligo.
He did. That's
Yeah.
why supposedly he was dying.
That's
this
what he
year.
says. Yeah, but who knows? I have no idea.
That's
Supposedly.
confusing, man. You learn something new every day.
Yeah,
I swear he was taking meds for that. Is
he
that not
probably
true?
he might.
I
have been.
don't know.
Who the fuck? How,
I can't
who told me
pretend
that?
to know the truth.
Somebody told me that.
I think it's
There's so many old
yeah,
wives' tales
yeah,
with him.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
know what? Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
you
crazy
never
how
know.
much of our knowledge is really just bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was
Almost all
talking
of
to
it.
I was talking to
Jesus Christ,
a
we're
friend of
stupid.
mine today. I won't get into this too deep, but I was talking to a friend of mine in Florida today. I'll leave him nameless, but he
has
was
vitiligo.
very upset about the election results, and he was regurgitating a lot of the false news as not like, oh well, 160,000% of the population voted or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was proven to not be true, But like you said, I think what happens is sometimes if you say something even that's not true enough, or hear something that's not true enough, it becomes a truth.
Easily.
Because
you know?
you form your own opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's much like we were watching
You
the
know,
basketball
what's
game
true.
the other night, and Dwight Howard
yeah,
was
we-
on the thing, and Noah
got
told
into
me something about Dwight Howard. He's
Yeah.
into snakes, by the way, so a bunch of my friends know Dwight
It was
Howard.
a falsehood
It was a falsehood about Dwight Howard, and so we looked it up, and Noah thought it was real
for years.
For years, and we looked it up, and it was not true.
No.
So
So
Happens all the time.
I'm sure there's a lot of that about us too,
Yeah.
like about
Definitely.
the fact that Noah's worth $4.5 million.
hey, don't let them know.
Yeah,
Let
that's a
'em
good
know.
one. That'd be
That's a low number.
Listen,
That's way
He's-
lower than I
he's- All
actually
the
am.
chicks have been just hitting on him so hard right now.
No, I wish. Fucking QC's dry.
Tricia came back and said, Noah made me laugh so hard. Old enough to be your mum. LOL. Hopefully no more surgeries, and we are all good here in Australia. Not bad with the lockdown.
It's all
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
Trisha.
Australia.
Don't
good.
matter.
Noah likes them like that, Noah don't discriminate.
My mom's looking at me real hard.
Through
right
your
now.
hand.
I know. It's just bullshit. what
Um,
am I supposed to say, Trisha? God damn it. You put me in a hard spot.
But Australia has been. I've wanted to literally. I've thought of it many times. Like I should just pack up and go to Australia.
Yossi.
You know,
Yeah, you have?
yeah, many times
Jesus.
during this last 10 months, because they're living life good down there.
They got never.
Like hardly anything, hardly any virus.
Because they
down
were
there.
hella strict.
Yeah, like
Hella
literally,
strict.
like 3 people got sick, and they're like, "Shut it all down."
Yeah. They were like,
No one
no.
comes and no one goes. So literally,
14-day
like I
camp.
literally I
Fuck.
watched a video on this when you fly in. Like literally, Ironically enough, gosh, what's his
What
name?
did they-
This guy named Dan that DM Exotics. I kind of got hooked on his thing a little bit too. He just moved to Thailand. He married a Thai lady, and he was like a firefighter. I'm getting back to it. It'll come back to Australia, I promise. Okay. So Dan and his wife have been together for many years, like 10, 15 years, and he's always said, like, when he retired from the fire department, he was going to move to Thailand. Just by happenstance, he's moving to Thailand right now in these times. And so I kind of followed his videos, and I was really interested in him because he showed, like, the whole quarantine process. Like, he goes into the country, they have to do all these COVID tests to get in. Then once he's in, now in that case, they literally, like, he has to go to a hotel and they check in, and then for 15 days you can't leave that room, you know. But in this case, it was like, I think after 6 days, if he got tested negative, both of them got tested negative, they could go to the roof for 1 hour a day to be outside on top of the roof of the hotel. Away from anyone else, though. They're not around anyone. Just that. Other than that, they're in the hotel room for 15 days. But in Australia, it was so strict that they literally take you from the airport in a shuttle and drive you. You don't even know what hotel it is. You have no clue. And it costs like $3,000 or something on that line.
They blindfold you?
No.
Yeah.
They just
Bag
take
over
you
your
to the
head.
hotel. And then once you get to that hotel, literally you are locked in that room for 15 days. Like you can't
Sounds
leave.
awesome. Yeah. Why didn't we go?
Yeah.
I thought about it for 10 months.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah. But once you're past that, you're living
Right,
life
right.
normal. I mean, you know, they don't, no masks, no restrictions.
Pubs and everything.
Every bars,
Oh, my
you know,
God.
restaurants. I mean,
Because no one's got it.
Because no one's got it. You know,
one's
it's like, you know,
got the
and
thing.
yeah, so, but, so they did it right. Them and New Zealand, I think, were the two countries that kind of, you know, like beat it early on, you know, so. But it was interesting with Dan just to see that process. They're now out of quarantine and
We'll just keep fighting that good fight until it's all done. You don't know.
yeah, that's all we
Can't
can do,
wait.
right?
I can't wait till it's done. Go out, eat some barbecue next to some strangers, and
I know.
It's
I know it is weird though. I mean, I don't want to get it deep into this because I know your mom hasn't been talking. She probably hates everything we've been saying. So
You've
maybe
been
we'll let your mom pick the next topic. Okay.
okay, yeah.
We'll let you start talking, but you know, I will say, you talk now. No, but am I the only one that? I mean, I'm looking forward to getting back to that, but in a way, sitting in a packed stadium next to some stranger is going to feel real weird.
No.
I don't think so. I think
I'm
it's
gonna be
fine.
so excited.
Yeah.
What we had
I'm
we had
just sick
Spanish flu and stuff and went back to doing all that stuff.
No,
Why can't
we
do
will.
it again?
No, we will. I'm not saying we won't. We
can't
will. We
wait.
will. Whenever that is, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Whether it's
yeah.
3 months from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, we're going to be back to that eventually.
I miss going to entertainment.
But you know, it's just going to feel a little bit weird.
I've
for
seen
me.
that a lot on TikTok and stuff where people will be like, name something you did before coronavirus that you wouldn't do now. And it's like, why do you think like that? Like, you should be like, oh, well, we did this before, so we could do it again. Not
Yeah.
like I would never
I'm not
do
saying
it.
that I won't. I'm just saying the first couple times I'm going to be
gonna feel
feeling a
weird.
little weird. Like even the first time I went to a restaurant, which I've only been to a restaurant
Few times,
four
yeah.
times since March. But the first time it was weird. You know, it was a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was definitely strange.
But anyways, let's get a super chat and then let Lori answer it.
Yeah, let's see what mom's got on her head.
All right.
Let me
Let me see here. All right.
And
Give me a second. You came on quick, right? Let me see. So we got I'm just trying to see which ones we did already. There's a lot.
I think Trisha was her last one.
Yeah, Trisha
Yeah,
came back
yeah.
and said she
Trisha
was
Bisha.
in
so
Australia.
Little Bogus says, do otters and scuba strippers go in the same exhibit, Lori?
Oh, that's how we bang it out.
Lori, what do you think?
That's
Lori. That
Yeah.
one was
That was-
asked to me?
yeah.
Or
that was
that's
to you.
just
Yeah.
you throwing it.
No,
So
that's
that's-
yeah, yeah.
do we do the scuba strippers and otters in the same
Same tank or separate them?
I guess
I
it
know my answer.
depends how old the otters are.
And the strippers.
Yeah.
Because if they're over 70,
70
they
strippers.
can't get
We're
wet
not
for
gonna-
long.
we're not
Their
gonna-
skin rips.
Ah,
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Valid
Saying.
point.
yeah.
Saying.
When and where?
There'd be
okay, I'm not
otters-
even going to say it
there'd
because
be
then
like
somebody will
otter-
get mad about it. But the truth of the matter is, where's the market for scuba strippers over 70?
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
true.
It rhymes. It's alliteration.
But if you think about it, the thing on the thing could say otters and utters. You know,
Yeah,
That's smart.
Get a coat of milk.
There ain't no milk coming
That's
out of that.
evaporated milk.
That's a shame.
They're
man.
dried.
That's a
They're
shame.
dry.
so I'm just saying it's a marketing opportunity.
That's a shame. I wish that there was just always milk on tap on every
No.
tit. It's just
No.
like, and just like, I'm thirsty. And then, chow. Like that's what I'm thinking right now.
No.
There's always that
So
one.
Trisha,
There's always
Let
that
me
one.
know how you cooking, baby.
There's always that one moment in every podcast that even I
Let
get
me
surprised.
cringe, yeah.
That even I get surprised.
That's good.
It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
all
there's
right.
that.
Shayla says, please check email to BHB. She's the one that lost their Matilda, and she needs to
Yeah.
get shipped for
Yeah.
not $100,000.
So yeah, Lori and I talked about this. So try to reach out to her and just see if we can
So
make some.
okay,
yeah,
so she sent it to BHB.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll have Beth look for it. Then.
Yeah,
Cool.
so we'll get that taken care of, and there's a whole.
got
I think
you,
I
baby.
mentioned that there's a whole lot of reasons where, like, right now because of export, it's really goofy, and so we just stopped shipping merch international, at least through the BHB and Reptarium site. We still do it with our merch drops with Teespring, but we'll get her taken care of. No
Sweet.
problem.
Jason from Morph Mixology's in the house.
What's up, Jay?
He says, hey, Barcheck fam, listening
What's up?
while balancing my books and getting ready for
shit.
tax season.
Balancing what already?
Yeah.
He is so together, man.
I know,
this
right?
guy's together. I don't
Oh,
even
You know
think
they're
about
gonna
taxes.
extend it 2 or 3 times. Just
I
like
know.
last.
We haven't even paid
Chilling.
taxes since 2014.
Come on.
Oh shit! Was I not supposed to say that? No, Lori's on top of that. I don't know anything about taxes at all. I stay away
Yes,
from
we know.
taxes.
yeah.
I do my own. It's the worst fucking thing ever. It's not that bad. It's
Quick-
actually
quick-
way.
Ours is-
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
Quicker
Yeah.
tax.
Let me tell you a little something.
Tell me.
People, I don't know what the right term for this is. It's like they overhype it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it's so hard to do your taxes. Like, people bitch about it. It's just like, dude, it
just-
takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, you just put a couple
know?
numbers in. Our taxes are tough, but Lori also.
But we don't
Yeah,
do
we
that.
don't.
I guess
do
it
the
probably gets
taxes.
harder the more businesses you have, the
Yeah,
more
I mean,
lawyers
we
you
got a
and
super
shit.
complicated tax.
I guess
system.
you're right.
I mean,
But
but
If
yeah,
you're
we
one
have,
person
yeah.
working a job, like
It's pretty simple.
Pretty
TurboTax,
straightforward, yeah.
do
Yeah,
your
yeah.
shit,
For us, it's like a gazillion
Yeah,
pages
can you
of taxes.
thaw some steaks? Speaking of that, we have a beautiful steak sitting at home waiting for us in the freezer.
What?
Yeah, like
Oh, speaking of-
expensive.
What? Oh, I remember.
Anthony
yeah,
gave them
Anthony
to us
gave
because
us to
he got a meat platter
Well, it's
from a
Anthony,
guy.
though.
Yeah, it
How
might be-
expensive it could be.
yeah,
Anthony's
yeah.
meat platter.
I mean,
he's
It's not
homeless.
sounding
No, a
too
guy-
good
He hasn't
for me.
showered in weeks.
He
A
hasn't
guy
showered in
gifted
weeks, and
him a
he's-
meat platter.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Just a
did.
random guy.
Yeah, some random guy
What did
gave-
you find those? Is that what?
We found it. Yeah. Wait, what?
What? No, Anthony
The
gave
steaks.
us. Anthony gave us steaks.
Yeah, but they were here at work for the longest time. I
Yeah,
brought those
good,
home a
good.
while ago, but you just found them.
Those 2?
Yeah.
No, I've been eyeing them for a while, but I want to cook them recently. I want to cook them
Well,
soon.
me and Noah talked about Wagyu steaks. Did I tell you about this?
Yeah, you ever know about it?
So,
what do you know about
so
a Wagyu?
yeah, so he brought
I
it up,
do
and
know
so we
about a
looked
Wagyu.
we looked it up
Mm.
for true Japanese Wagyu steaks. $150
Yeah.
a steak.
Let's get
Yeah.
one.
$150 a
We
steak.
can all
me
share
tell
a
you.
slice.
Is it worth it?
That cow better be doing something crazy.
Somersaults, yeah.
Because like I've had a kick-ass killer steak for $20. So I don't know what the
I
hell
agree.
you're going to be doing to me to pay that much.
It's the anamame.
I will say I did have Wagyu beef once in
What
Tokyo.
happened? What happened in your mouth? Please just describe
It was
that sensation.
okay. So let me set the scene first.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm-
so I'm
I'm
in
waiting.
Tokyo, and a guy up in northern Japan wanted to come and meet, come down and meet me and hang out with me. I was with Dice K, and so he says, "Hey, can I come down and I'll take you out to dinner?" And supposedly it's a businessman, younger guy, didn't speak English, by the way. So he takes us out. Myself, Amir, Dice K, and him go out to this place, table kind of like this, right? You go into a private room, you kneel down on this table, and a geisha comes in, and there's just this little frying thing, kind of like not a full table like we go to a Japanese steakhouse, just this little frying thing, and she has slices of Wagyu beef, and what she does is she gives you raw egg that's scrambled but raw in a cup. And she puts this Wagyu on there with some oil, a little bit of soy sauce, and then cooks it for just like literally 30, 40 seconds. Then you take it off there. You dip the hot Wagyu beef in this egg mixture and you eat it right off the bat. Legitimately, probably the best thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. Legitimately the best thing.
So does the egg cook
What did it
because it's
taste
so
like?
hot?
No, not really. It just kind of coats, the egg kind of coats it. But it's not,
slimy.
no, I'm telling you,
Eggy, like,
it is legitimately good. But
This
not-
guy also likes oysters, so
Yeah.
we're gonna also say that. Yeah.
But it was great. But so anyways, we ended up, and by the way, it was like 8, 12 course. I don't even know how many courses.
That
The
was just
Wagyu
one
beef
of
was like
whatever, yeah.
the main thing. And then, but when we left, and again, the whole time this guy is there, he doesn't say a word to us because he doesn't speak English at all. Like a couple times he asked Dice K to tell us, but very little conversation.
He's just
there, right?
He's like,
And
"This is gonna dip it in the
and so
egg."
we leave, and Dice K's like, "Hey, do you have any idea how much that meal for the 4 of us costs?" And I said, "No, I have no idea. It's $1,600
For 4 people.
$1,600 for 4 people.
$400
for him
a
to just
person.
be in your presence
Well,
because
it
you
was-
didn't
yeah.
even like communicate.
And he brought me gifts too. That was the other thing.
What'd you get?
He bought.
can't
He
remember
also
what he
painted
got.
on a wall.
Was it the
can't
corn Pepsi?
No,
No.
that
Remember
was.
that?
I did buy that and
Remember
brought that
that?
home. I brought the corn
Yeah.
Pepsi
Yeah.
home.
That
It's-
was cool.
I
yeah.
remember actually what you brought a few things home. Oh, I can't remember. It was pretty nice. Whatever the
He
things
brought a
he had
Kit Kat
give you
platter.
was.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember he gave me some pretty cool
I don't know
stuff.
if it was
yeah.
like a wallet.
Yeah, I think there
or
was a
something
wallet
like-
and a
yeah.
couple other things like that. It was really nice and super cool guy. I
Yeah.
mean, just I couldn't talk to him because he didn't speak my language. But
Should have learned. You should have been like,
Google Translate.
I said
do they
konnichiwa.
wave?
I say konnichiwa.
Everyone waves, right? As humans in
Yeah.
general, everyone waves, right?
Yeah,
So if you go,
konnichiwa.
hello, and then he'll be like, whatever the hell that is. Like, what is his language?
I think Japanese.
I don't know how to say hello.
I think it's konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, I think that sounds
I
right.
think it's konnichiwa.
And then you just build off of there.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a guy that
Hello,
we
hello.
Then you
went-
go, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
Domo arigato.
yeah, domo arigato.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyato.
Mr. Miyagi.
No, it's Mr. Roboto.
Mr.
Bro.
Roboto.
Sticks,
Yeah, yeah,
baby?
yeah. Come on, Mr.
Come on
Roboto.
now.
Listen.
All right, we just insulted an entire country. Thank you very
Tatana
much.
Boa.
I've
We're
done
worse
that
than we're
10
worse than
times.
Logan Paul coming on this
yeah.
To
podcast.
Japan.
Please.
Jeez.
We disgraced an entire country.
Amy Tingle
Ours isn't
said,
as bad.
Amy Tingle's back
yeah,
in the
she-
house.
Oh, I missed
she's back in
Tingler.
the house.
The
dude.
Tingle
Tingle
monster.
She says, hey, you filthy animals.
Oh.
Feeling a little
Son of
better
a bitch.
today. Getting a new snake in a couple weeks. They are my therapy. Lots of love, Tingle Monster.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Tingle
Tingle
Monster. We
Monster.
appreciate
Missed
you.
ya.
Just welcome back.
Tricia came back again.
Oh my gosh, Trisha,
Oh,
she's
damn.
looking for something. Noah.
Yeah, she says, I do wake and
I'm
bake
waiting
for
for my
pain
glass.
relief so I could do things
Oh.
and the housework and be able to function during the day at the moment due to all the surgeries.
That's another thing.
Okay.
She's trying to do things around the house, you know
You
what I'm
get
saying?
baked, you do the dishes. It's
Oh,
just
dude,
like
it's the
It's
best.
one in
That
one.
is cool.
It's
Ah,
He
so
goes,
that
"That is
explains
cool."
every time the dishes are done.
Yeah, you're like,
Got it.
wow.
You would love. Oh my god.
Well, you know, when you get high, doing dishes is fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Fly,
it's
just
like
went-
everything you do is fun,
In?
right?
yeah, it makes the mundane less mundane.
So I need to start. I wish I could smoke.
Dude, we're
weed.
getting
because if
I
you
want to
did,
so bad.
I'll just
you
dose
would
you one
you would
day.
rinse the dishes and
Wince.
I'd wince.
You'd wince the
I'd
fuck
wince
out
at
of
those
it.
dishes.
Why are there so many fruit flies coming out your wine? What the fuck's going on there?
It's
fruit.
grapes.
It's a good vintage.
It's vintage.
It's distracting me. I can't even get my thoughts out of my head. Talking about washing dishes.
No, there's a fly.
But
in
Trish, never mind. Maybe I shouldn't ask Trisha to fill my cup.
Fill your cup.
there. No.
Okay, Trisha. Thank you.
All right, Let Roses Burn says, Noah, what's your
Hey.
favorite animal at the Reptarium, please?
Let Roses Burns in the house.
That's like asking a parent what their
No,
favorite
come on.
child
You know-
is.
got
you're
one.
stealing my
What?
line. You're stealing my line. Come on now.
I don't know, dude. There's so many animals.
Did you, speaking of, did you know that Artemis was a girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did know that.
Yeah,
Right
that-
from the start.
No, not from the start. We all
Okay.
thought that she was a boy.
Just from.
I thought she was a
while.
boy too.
Just
I
for
just
a
found
while.
out Jessica told me she just laid eggs.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
She laid more eggs.
I don't know.
No, it was a couple months ago, a month ago,
No
or something
more?
like that. No more since then. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I fed her today, and I as a matter of fact, I brought it up in the vlog
Yeah.
today. That
You
was the first time
dissected
that
her hemis.
No, I just brought up the fact that Mr. Artemis is Mrs. Artemis.
Yes.
Yeah, Artemis's.
Miss
Artemis is prime.
Miss-
Artemis is prime.
Artemis.
Artemis is prime.
There you go.
Artemis.
Yes.
There you go.
Azalea says, Brian, I was sick all week and binged the podcast and have just one question.
Yes.
In your life,
Yes.
what is one decision you can point to that is responsible for your success? And why was it marrying Lori? Ha ha ha. She's my favorite.
Damn.
Who was that?
Well,
That was Azalea.
Hell yeah.
Azalea.
You took the words out of my mouth because I literally was about to say that.
Marrying me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Stupid.
yeah.
He's looking at him. He's like,
He's like that trip to China was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I tell you there was a mural?
It had nothing to do with your success.
No, there's no doubt. I will admit it. I mean, there's no success without Lori. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I've said it a million times that's what it like the saying says, right? There behind every great man is a greater woman. And that's true.
That's true.
So there you go.
She also came
That
back
is
and
true.
said the $20 was for the wine fund.
Oh, so
Oh,
it's for
thank
Lori.
you.
Lori.
Yes.
So take it
Well,
back.
clearly, because
Well, then
she
the greatest
knows-
decision I made was
and she
The greatest decision
appreciates
was to stop drinking.
it. That's right, because it's more for me.
Yeah, and more for her. Yep.
Let Roses Burn says, Brian, have you worked or handled any sailfin dragons? Are they more like iguanas or monitors?
More like iguanas for sure.
Yeah.
And yes, I have handled. The only tame sailfin dragon that I've ever handled was actually at Reptilia up in Toronto. And I was blown away that it was tame. It was super, super docile. Really razor sharp claws, though. I remember like holding it and bleeding and didn't even realize that it was bleeding.
holding it
Yeah,
and
just
bleeding.
holding it was like, oh my God. And then I looked down and I'm bleeding and I'm like, what? I didn't even, they were so razor sharp, I didn't feel them
The
cut me.
Nails.
Yeah, the talons,
beautiful.
the nails in. But I absolutely would like
What?
to put.
It's
I absolutely
superior.
would like to put some sailfin dragons in the new Reptarium if we
agree,
expand
they do.
because they are
Sounds
super,
like a
super
great
fun.
experience people could have.
Yeah. Bloodletting.
The cutters,
bloodlet-
yeah.
It's
bloodletting.
coming back, dude.
We have a
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
those. You put toothless or not toothless.
Yeah,
you
even
put- you-
toothless.
I mean,
Yeah, Toothless will
but
do it.
Did he
Definitely
Dixie? Dixie.
Beetlejuice will.
Beetlejuice and then the Velociraptor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dixie,
Kush.
too, man.
Mr.
Dixie's
Kush.
nails are sharp as
Kush
shit,
would
man.
Kill you.
Because once he's getting to Mr. Kush, he's growing up from Baby Kush.
Yeah.
he's almost
getting
Mr.
big.
Kush.
He's getting big. He's starting to mellow out.
Have
too,
you seen
so
his?
it's good.
I love looking at his hands. Because so that's answering the last one. It's probably Baby Kush because he's so cool. I like to look at him.
Good one.
He's got his hands are like
It's got like an extra knuckle.
yeah, he's got long fingers and like they remind me of what the devil would have if he had hands and feet. Like
Interesting.
they're just like
You should have seen though last weekend. There was a woman sitting and getting the fish spa in the one next to his cage.
Okay.
And he was going crazy. Like I'm
Trying to
sitting
get
there
in?
at the oh yeah, he was
Oh, no
like on his
way.
little branch and he was just like trying to get through the
been
glass
so
to get
messed
to her
up.
as she was sitting there. I was dying. I've
Oh,
never
did
seen
she-
him.
did your
She
she-
was oblivious or she
Really?
just kind of looked over and like didn't think anything of it. I was dying going, "Oh my
Wow.
god, this is the crazy." Cuz normally he'll just look or be curious, but he literally was trying to get out of the
Yeah,
thing.
she probably didn't realize
what
how
she
special
wanted.
that was. That's pretty cool.
I wonder what she was wearing or what she was. Yeah.
She looked like a piece of chicken.
I just, it's one of those things. He's always aware and curious, but for some
is very
reason,
aware,
he
yeah.
definitely
Maybe she's-
wanted to. And it's funny because I don't think it was an aggressive thing either. Like, I'm sure if not, he wouldn't have attacked her. He probably just wanted to crawl
Yeah,
on her,
crawl
see
into
what
it,
she
yeah.
was or something like that. But it was just so funny to see him actually trying.
That's wild. I mean, he's a. I can't wait till he's super tame.
Yeah.
Because he is going to be a really cool animal.
Scary.
Yeah. But you will get ripped up even if he's tame.
Yeah.
He's gonna rip you up.
It's like that Dustin guy. Does he still work at Nerd?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He fucking looks like a maniac. 21st.
Yeah.
He looks like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, because he's all ripped up from
'cause
it.
he-
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, almost every monitor guy is. Forrest used to be that way. I mean, he was just full of scars from monitors, and
Part of the trade.
yeah, part of what if you love them, you're gonna have scars. I mean, I have plenty of scars, from monitors and all kinds of other stuff. But,
Tattoos help cover.
yeah, tattoos help cover. There's no doubt about that.
2BY2 reptiles.
What's up, baby?
BY2.
2x2, I guess.
2x2.
Just had 2 litters, 15 total of Amazon Tree Boas. I'll send pics if you really want more.
That's
yeah, I mean,
cute.
Yeah, we're
that's
good.
cool. Yeah, I know. Lori loves them.
Yeah, it's her favorite.
We're good.
No, I really would. Send pics, though. Seriously, I'd like to see them.
Ra-
Congratulations.
Ooh, you see
Ray-
that? I hit the
Get that
fly.
thing, you get
Catch
it.
it.
No, I smacked it.
Ray Halford says, "Hey guys, I love the show. I appreciate you talking about mental health. Also,
Yeah.
why is Lori so against venomous? Thank you for all you do."
I don't know, maybe because they kill you,
Why?
dummy.
Why are you so against venomous?
I just,
She's your guardian angel.
Yeah, basically, I mean, get mad at me or not, the truth is some animals are beautiful, but not all animals are meant to be kept, and especially not by any people. You know, there's certain animals that just aren't responsible to be kept because they're dangerous. And I think that, you know, if you're a responsible keeper that has all the things and do it all right, that's fine. And even then, you're always taking a chance because even the best at some point usually get bit.
Yeah, there's very few venomous keepers that haven't been bit
because,
if you've kept them long enough.
And that's just the thing. It's just like us. Like, honestly, you know, you keep so many snakes, you're doing human error is the number one cause of any of that. And the thing is the more you do stuff, the more lax, the more whatever, and that's how accidents happen.
Sure.
So, and that's my thing when it comes to it is I don't want to take the chance of those accidents happening to us personally, and certainly not to anything at the reptarium. I would never take that chance.
No, it's understandable.
So,
you know, it was funny.
It's not that I'm against them. They're cool. And I believe me, there's beautiful ones.
I think
they're
the
very
most
cool.
beautiful.
Yeah, punch up in Solaris.
Never again.
Oh, there it is. That's right.
It's already still up.
Wow, there it is. Look at how beautiful those are.
Ugly now.
Look at how beautiful those are. No, but I understand. As a matter of fact, I remember, this was probably 15, 20 years ago, I remember someone had compiled a list of keepers that had been bitten by venomous snakes. And they did, Don Hamper was the one that actually showed it to me. And it actually was a graph. And on one side, it was like how many years you kept venomous snakes. And on the other side, the likelihood of you getting bit. And you would basically like take this number and go across. And if you had 100 snakes and you kept them for, on average, every 5 years, you'd be bitten. You know, or if you had 200 snakes on every 2.5 years, you would be bitten. Stuff like that. It was a crazy graph that actually took data of like how many snakes people kept, how many times they had been bitten, how long they had been bitten in between. And I mean, obviously, we know like Tom Crutchfield had been bit just recently. He got bit for the very first time over 40 years of keeping venomous snakes.
Which snake got
it was
him?
It was a rattlesnake. I can't remember what kind of rattlesnake, but he had been bitten through a bag a couple times. But never actually envenomated by caring for a snake. And it was like 40 years, and it got him after 40 years. But Robbie Kesey, Robbie did get bit by a gaboon viper. But,
I like how he keeps
Robbie
throwing
Kesey,
names.
all right, well.
This one,
but it didn't.
Yes,
But it didn't envenomate him. It didn't envenomate him.
A
It was just
bite's a
crazy.
bite, and you got lucky is what happened. That's what I'm
did
saying.
get lucky on that one. But other than that, Robbie hasn't been bitten by a venomous snake, and he's pretty cowboy.
He's pretty
Yeah, he
reckless.
is. He's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, he does crazy stuff
He's
with venomous
fucking
snakes.
Florida
so.
man.
Yeah, he is Florida man.
Florida man.
We
for
came up
sure.
with the new, so you know, like the news staple, Florida man.
Yep, Florida man.
So we came up with the new one.
What's that?
It's stoner slackliners.
Yeah, pothead,
yeah.
pothead slackliners.
Oh,
Pothead slackliners to blame?
Yeah, to blame. Burns down forest, pothead slackliners.
Stony Creek burns down to the ground. Pothead slackliners to blame?
You're
That
right.
was funny.
Slackliners, I think, are a new breed of people. There's
Yeah.
It
no
was
doubt
so
about
much
that.
fun yesterday. I mean, we had so much fun.
Did you do it, Jay?
No, I still got a fucked up toe
Yeah, he still
from that.
hobbled.
Yeah.
When
He still-
when
he
Dad
still-
hobbled him in
Yeah,
Vegas.
hobbled
Yeah,
him.
it was fucked. He was like,
He's
I don't want to go to Trickle. He's like, going in there.
Yeah, and he hobbled his
Yeah.
fucking leg.
What happened was we were actually
Cobra Kai.
we pulled up to this place in the RV
Straight
and,
first.
and Jay it was a Cadillac Ranch and Jay started running out to the thing and I said, "Where are you going?"
Yeah.
So I hobbled him, so he couldn't run away anymore.
Exactly.
I know, and now I'm stuck.
And now he's got a
So
hobbled
somebody
leg.
help me, please.
Hobbled.
Oh, I thought it was something about the Hummer limo.
Yeah, the Hummer didn't do it.
Hummer didn't do that
Hummer,
shit.
Limmer, and strippers.
Limmer
That didn't happen.
strippers.
There were no little people strippers. Also, that's one thing I want to talk on this podcast. Is
Oh,
like,
no.
There's maybe a misconception that I don't like little people. I love little people.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I want to talk about because
Okay, good. I'm glad.
there may just have been a misconception with words I may say in the past. And,
Yeah, you did use derogatory statements towards little people.
I mean, it's
Like
just
yesterday.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Because like whatever. But the point is, I love you, little guy.
Jesus
That's all I'm saying.
That's good. I'm proud of you for
Oh,
owning
and
up
I was
to your
saying
stuff.
that I love him so much that I would actually love a friend that is a little person.
But isn't that
No, let me finish, please.
go ahead,
Please,
go
let me
ahead, go ahead,
finish. I would love a little person friend because so when Jay and I go to laser tag, we can have an advantage. A little guy running around the map, shooting angles, bang, bang, bang. I just feel like we would win a lot more games.
Wouldn't you think a little person would make a good baseball player? Because the strike zone would be so small.
So small. You're
right.
brilliant. You're literally brilliant.
Right?
That's
Why are
fucking
there not more
genius.
little people in the MLB?
Shit. Holy shit.
He's an
You know?
ideas guy, man.
Wow. Now that's a league I'd fucking buy the NBA pass for. Are you kidding me?
I'm just gonna
If I was
say,
a GM.
little people have little legs and they can't run
Yeah,
fast.
you
don't need to
should
run
They
fast.
run in the
They'd walk.
bases.
They'd walk
They
every
walk.
time. They'd walk every time.
You shrink the bases. They got shorter bases. It's like
no, you can have the
the
same
way
size.
length.
You have
No,
the
because
same
it'll take
bases.
forever.
What,
dude.
dude?
You have the same
You can have
bases.
on the same
I'm
bases?
just saying that
You
they
can't
would
go that far.
If I was a GM, half my team would be little people.
I mean, I'm with you because I mean they're agile. You can. Oh my god. So now that they're little people, can
Oh
you
man,
have
we're
more
getting in
of
so
them?
much trouble now, man. We're in trouble.
Can you have more players on the
Like
team?
twice the
Yeah, twice the amount of players, and then they're throwing each other around like Oompa
No, because I
Loompas.
Oh my! All right, let's move on really quickly, Jay. Let's get
You
on to
got
Super
it,
Chat.
brother. Justin Boyd said, hello, Watch Daily. Will you have any... Oh, I already read you that one. Check that out.
Oh, shit! You didn't get us out of there, Jay. Come on, man. Help us! Help us!
All right.
Help me, Obi-Wan,
2x2
help me.
came back and said, also, biggest fan ever. You guys are awesome. I've watched every vlog. I can't wait to watch every day.
Thank you so much, dude.
Yep.
I
Yeah, I
appreciate
love
you.
you guys.
You want another one?
Yes, please keep it coming,
Jonathan
man. Keep it
says-
coming. We got to distance ourselves as quick as possible.
Jonathan says, finally got a plane ticket to the Ukraine to visit my girlfriend after a year and a half of
Dude,
waiting. Last
oh
time
my
I seen her was
God.
June 2019. COVID almost destroyed my relationship, but made it through.
Dude,
man, that's
honestly not even happy
wonder,
for you.
Like, where is he? Do you think he's from the U.S. and flying to the Ukraine?
He's from Canada. He's
Oh,
from
he's in
Canada.
Canada.
Let me break the news for you, guy. There's closer women.
Yeah,
Like,
that's.
And you could also
crazy.
order them.
Yeah, I
here.
don't. Yeah, can't the
Especially from that country.
Yeah,
Shit.
doesn't the Ukraine
Yeah,
sell the brides?
yeah.
Maybe,
They-
maybe
we-
this is one of his brides.
I personally know a guy
Just gonna
and
pick her
could
up.
name drop him right now. Wouldn't
Name it.
never do that.
Drop it. What's it
I
rhyme
would
with?
never do that.
That bought one?
Yes, you know him too.
What's it rhyme with?
All I'm gonna say is, all I'm gonna do is one motion to you,
Okay.
Whoosh.
I don't know.
and if you don't remember it, it's not meant to be.
I don't remember it.
Well, it's not meant to be then.
All right. Well, there you go.
So
I'll
they're
have-
real.
Good luck.
Is what I'm meant to say. Like
Okay.
they're real. You can do that.
Well, of course.
Swish. Swish. I'm trying to think.
He
I'm
goes
just putting-
swoosh.
I'm trying to
No,
put
you're
it
not
together.
even thinking the right thing. I'm sure it wasn't watermelon swish or whatever you're saying.
Watermelon Nike Nike ass.
Okay, let's move on.
Melanie says, I told my friend her horse was a pied, and she told me I was watching you too much. Haha, never.
Ah, that's good.
I mean, that's
No.
pinto
That makes
pieds
sense.
is
Yeah.
a real thing.
Yeah.
In horses.
It's kind of
a
like the
pinto
same.
pie.
It really is the same.
Well,
it
the
is.
thing is
mutation, yeah.
with,
Right.
with all animals, like the different mutations just have
different
different
names.
names.
Yeah,
Just have
it's all
different
the same
names,
thing.
But it's all
Yeah.
the same thing, yeah.
I
So you
agree.
weren't far off.
Yeah.
Just tell that
Moron.
yeah, just I mean, you know,
You caught
these
yourself.
horse people.
He was like, "Tell that bitch."
Tell that stupid bitch.
Tell that dumb
That she
whore.
don't know what she's talking about. She should start watching me.
Stupid bitch. It's a pied horse.
You dummy.
Dummy.
I know pie horse when I see one.
I learned from Brian
There's
Martin.
one thing I know.
No, it's pie horse, you idiot.
There's one thing I know.
Mutation.
Yeah. Okay.
Jason came back and says, Noah, look up the happiest hour. It's a companion shot, like 5-hour energy. Oh, I guess like an energy shot, but all natural and meant to enhance the partaking.
Interesting.
The alleged partaking.
Wow.
Wow, I've actually heard about that
Wow,
before.
that's
I never
crazy.
taken it.
I've never
taken
even,
it,
I've never
taken
even
it.
heard of that shit.
Yeah, me neither.
So like, it just enhances. I mean, dude, what the hell? It seems like it's getting a little sciencey there, huh?
It's
bud?
an enhancer.
It's all of a sudden just
So to have
chemistry
surgery.
class?
I guess the whole thing is
your
pretty
bottle just a
sciencey.
vial?
Speaking of which, Jay, you gotta send me that list of
Oh, yeah, I got you.
cannabis stocks.
Yeah, I got you, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
well,
how about
some
you partake
investment.
in the cannabis before you buy the stock? All right.
No, I don't want to partake in it. I just want to make money off of it.
Yeah, it's failure.
It's a failure?
Destined to happen. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Your heart's
Why?
not in it.
Yeah.
My heart's not in it.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Look at him. He's like, what?
Wow. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
In your lungs.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. My heart is in marijuana. I just don't do it. I like marijuana. I think it's a good thing. I think it's great. I love everything about it. I just don't smoke it or take it.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. You can't hate him on that.
You
said
can't
it's
even
true.
make 'em. You can't even.
Yeah,
make 'em.
I think everyone should stop drinking and smoke marijuana.
Move over.
It's
to
completely
marijuana.
different though.
Is it?
Yeah, because one's just like depressant, and the other one's
Technically a hallucinogen.
yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, but still, so whatever.
So
I
like
still
some
think
people, because what happens with and I'll use somebody else's reference to like make it easy because it does make sense.
Mhm.
Use alcohol to drown out the thoughts,
Yeah.
and weed brings them to the foreground.
Yeah, amplify.
Well, that's
that
what I'm
bitch.
saying. I'll go back to my statement. I would rather people smoke weed than drink
Yeah, I guess that's
because
fair.
I think it's you're still enhancing your mood, but you're not. I think that the
Killing,
consequences
numbing.
of alcohol is much worse than the consequences of marijuana.
I agree.
And I think there's a good chance that drinking will be around forever. I'm sure, but
Yeah.
I think that there will be a
So we're
chance
not
that
humans.
in 25 years there'll be more people smoking than there will be drinking. You know,
That'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
I think it'll be the main.
Especially with edibles and stuff too.
Yeah, I think it'll be the main.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
I think it'll happen.
Jose says, "Keep up the great work, guys. Thanks for a good time."
Thank
Hey,
you,
Jose.
Jose.
We're so sweet.
Thank you, Jose.
Sounds like a nice guy.
he
sweet-
does sound
sweet
like
man.
a good guy.
Yeah.
Boss Ham says, "Brian, show your largest ball python on the vlog."
He whips out his dick.
Mm. That's a good question. What is my biggest ball python?
Sorry, it's getting
I don't know.
late.
I mean, you have a pied that's huge, and
Yeah.
then I feel like I've seen one other really big one. Might even be a normal. I don't remember.
I'll have to see. I don't have any giants. I had one that passed away a couple years ago that was like 20 something years old. That was like solid like 7,000 grams. I mean, just a
Jesus.
giant ball python. Just a normal. And she produced a shitload of eggs for a lot of years.
How many eggs was she pumping out at the end?
I mean, they were like 13 to 15 eggs.
Wow.
But wasn't it
Bangers.
funny though? Because we found with them, didn't it? It depended like where they ranged from, how
Yeah.
many eggs, because there were giants that would only give like 4 eggs,
Yep,
and
you're
then
right, yep.
smaller ones that
Yep.
would do 10 plus.
Fecundity.
Yeah.
Fecundity, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And sometimes, like you
Fecundity.
said, you could have a 1,500 gram female that laid 9, 10 eggs, and that passes on
Right.
to their offspring. So, yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're right. There was a couple. Even last year, I had this giant, it might have been the Champagne, and I was like, my gosh, this girl is going to have like 15 eggs because she's a big female. She was loaded, and she had like 5 eggs. But they were giant
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah.
Just, the babies hatched out like
Dinosaur
135
eggs, yeah.
gram. It's like, yeah, I'd rather have nice 75 gram eggs that in a crap load of them as opposed to 535 gram eggs.
Patrick Savage
Definitely.
says, "Can I cohab tree frogs with my Chinese water
You
dragons?"
can do whatever you want, guy. Will they live?
Don't let anybody
Yeah,
tell
I-
you
I-
different.
Will they live? I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that well enough. I've never been a cohab guy. We do cohab a couple things at the Reptarium,
Not much.
but I don't know enough about what. I mean, obviously, if they're from different areas of the world, then that's really bad. And then secondly, I don't know if water dragons would. I would assume they would eat frogs. I would just assume that they would eat frogs.
Sounds
And if
like
they
it.
eat frogs, again, most frogs have poison, could be a problem. So my gut feeling would be no, but I'm not the
Do your
expert.
research.
Yeah, I'm not the expert to really answer that question, unfortunately. I wish I could. I don't know enough about cohabbing stuff.
The DeFresney Gallery says, "Hi guys,
What's up,
sending
baby?
love. When breeding ball pythons, is it better to have gene-heavy males or females, or is it all a crapshoot?"
It really doesn't matter, honestly.
Yeah, it's odds are odds.
It doesn't matter which one has which. Obviously, most people will have males with more genes just because those males with more genes can breed lesser females, and you could breed 4 or 5 females, 6, 7, 8 females if you really wanted to with an animal. So if you got 2 and 3 gene females and you had a 5 or 6 gene male, you can obviously spread that male out. Whereas if you have a female, that's only going to produce you 1 clutch.
How far is it gonna go until it's just super muddy genes?
I think it's
Already
already there. I
there.
think it's already there with a lot of things. I think that now it's just branching out into genes that work together.
Right.
But now every year there's hundreds of new morphs produced, hundreds and hundreds of new morphs
Yeah, because
produced.
so many people are breeding.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So it's no longer. I mean, like I can't keep up on anything. Like I used to know every morph, every single morph. Now that's impossible for me to know that, and it does get muddy, like you said. Once you're past 4 or 5 genes, once you're past like 5 genes, let's say. There's no way someone's telling me that there's 6 genes in an animal.
Yeah.
Impossible.
I always, when I
You're
see
guessing.
that, I'm like, you can't tell anymore by
Yeah.
looking. So how do you even know?
Even we guess a lot, and usually what I'll do is, let's say I'll go like, hey, I think there's 5 genes in this, but I don't know. And I'll sell it at the 4 gene price. Because the 5th gene, I just can't tell. I don't know. I mean, I'm like, I think it's got leopard in it, or I think it's got
fire
Enchi or
yeah.
fire, but I can't tell. It's so
unless there's
hard,
like 2 animals in that clutch that look radically different, and one has 4 genes. That's
the only way. Even like with like Orange Dream or Vanilla, the only real way you're gonna know is if you're breeding Super Orange Dreams or Super Vanillas. Something that way you're 100% positive that it has that gene in it. So it's already pretty muddy.
Wild Boy Dev, our boy.
Dev, what's up, bro?
He said he was given an Asian water monitor and a Cayman to work with.
Interesting.
And he's got some
he's got some good
boy.
stuff. I mean, he's super passionate about his stuff. He sends me pictures of the cobra all the time, and it's
so nice, right?
It's really weird because it's just too nice. It's like doesn't act like a cobra, just acts like a corn snake.
Does it like not hood up or anything?
Doesn't even. I mean, everything I've seen recently, it hasn't even hooded up. He might have just
hold it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you'd have to be careful, but it seems like you could. That's the scary part.
How they get you.
That's how they get
they
you.
trick you.
Seems like you could, and then you do.
Lull you into a
It's
sense
just like
of-
a corn snake in the sense that, like, I mean, you can hold a corn snake and then it can bite. Just the corn snake doesn't matter if it bites you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan says, in Canada, we use the student exchange program. I had the opportunity to go to university in Ukraine. They've been together since January 8th. This visit, I'm tying the knot.
Oh, well, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
So that's how they got together. is
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Okay.
And then
that makes a little bit more
hopefully you
sense.
can get her back to Canada as opposed to going back and forth. Where was
Maybe he wants
Tons?
to
Was
stay.
Tons' wife from Ukraine?
I can't
I
remember.
think
Somewhere
she was
over there.
from Ukraine, and so he would like fly back and forth, and she finally moved to Texas, and they had a family.
Did
and
they?
stuff
I
like
know
that.
they still go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, she
obviously,
still has
because,
family, and I
yeah.
think they might even have a business over there. So I
Yeah.
know they open up something over there. I don't know if it's still around, but they live in Texas now. But that's just hell. They have to fly out that way.
What does Ukraine have to offer the world? Like, what do they bring?
I don't know what Ukraine.
Some countries
What
bring
is Ukraine
oil.
good for? I
Other
don't.
brings-
I'm not saying it's not good for.
What are they
Garlic
good
for
for?
Well,
nothing.
we have the Ukrainian Culture Center right down the street.
Yeah,
from
we
our
do have the
house.
Ukrainian Culture Center
let's get a
legitimately
quick
a half mile. I don't know what Ukraine is like.
Let's look
known
up Ukraine's
for.
biggest import.
No, maybe Ukraine
Export, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
export's fine. Yeah. What would it be?
Let's see what they're working with here. Let's see what they're useful for.
Metals, it seems
Metals
like.
and food, agricultural products.
Interesting. Natural gas.
Ain't
Oh, no,
shit.
they're imports.
Ain't an iPod. Don't
Yeah.
care. Don't
Yeah.
care.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Find your woman.
Yeah,
so can
yeah. Congratulations,
make
man. That's
corn.
awesome.
Bring some of the
Hopefully-
metals back.
Canada
Yeah.
seems to be a good place, man.
Canada?
Yeah, I
I'm
like
loving it.
Canada.
I don't know. I think it's.
We're pretty much Canadian.
I think
living here.
it's pretty sly. Like they're the Slytherin. Let me
They're
just
Slytherin?
say
You
Really?
think so? I think
You
they're
think so?
Hufflepuff. I feel like they're Hufflepuff, dude.
because their whole thing is, oh, we're so nice. No
But
one
underneath, there's like a.
yeah, they're too fake because no one can be that real. No one can be.
You ever
that
see them get in a
nice.
car accident,
yeah,
dude?
Yeah.
Like,
I-
oh, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
My bad.
Sorry.
Yeah, but what do they do when they get home? Nobody knows. It's just like they could.
I think they're still apologizing, but
I think they're so nice. I've
I
never
mean, I
met
do
them.
know.
I just think
I
there's
got
something
family.
there.
My family's Canadian. I know what they do when they get home.
What do they do?
just think there's something
They
there.
do belly shots.
Damn it.
That's what they do when they get home. Belly shots. We have
That's-
video proof of that.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah,
They're always
just
down for a good time.
Canadians are good. I love Canada.
That's what I'm
Me
saying.
too.
I don't.
I do,
that's
you
just
know.
something a little fishy.
Did you ever see
going
the
on up
movie
there.
Canadian Bacon? You've seen it, right?
I have not.
That was a great movie. You should see that.
Sounds good.
It was with John
delicious.
Candy and Dan Aykroyd.
Mm.
And what happens, it's kind of like, have you heard the movie Wag the Dog?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Wag the Dog, where the president, which of the United States, has to have an enemy. So he decides the enemy is Canada, and he makes this whole thing about Canada is going to invade the U.S. So they have to like make it, So it's a comedy. It's
That sounds awesome, actually.
It's actually very funny. And the thing is that all the people that are in it, the actors that are in it, are Canadian. But they act, they're from America,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a fun thing because
Oh, that's awesome.
No lore.
Canadians, yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's it for Super Chats right now. Just chilling.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys. Such a disappointment. No, I appreciate you guys tremendously with the super chats and stuff like that. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about tonight?
I think I'm
Anything-
dried up. I think my milk tits dried up tonight.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'm
Been
serious.
squirting it all over all
I
night.
know. And I think she's finally dry.
Yeah.
How about you? How's your tit? How's your tits
Full.
going?
They're
full or
always
half empty?
full. They're always full.
They're always full and ready for the next adventure.
Fill me up, boss.
No, but
Top me off.
But for me, it's like I'll talk about things that you guys don't want to talk about with animals, and
that's why you have me on
know,
Saturday.
yeah,
Talk about that
because you
then.
guys get like all bored. You're like, "Do we have to talk about reptiles?"
Well, I just think that if we get bored, what are the viewers doing?
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I don't know. I'd like to know in the super chat.
I'm just
Damn, good one, bro. That was real funny how you did that, bro.
I didn't even mean to say that.
Yeah, you did.
It's subliminal.
No, it's just like everything is just driven by that. No.
Just like the answer machine where it says leave your name and number below, and I'll get
Yeah.
back.
Those guys didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I
So,
forget.
that's why you called the other
Yeah.
day?
Yeah.
Because I was
'cause
like, why are you calling?
Yeah, these guys hear the answer machine on
We need
the
to redo it,
Reptarium
yes.
all the time, and I say on the thing, I say leave your name and number down
Down
below.
below, yeah.
Like
And
as if it's a
obviously,
comment.
obviously you can't leave a
No.
name or number down below on an answering machine.
No.
But what's funny is you guys have listened to that for 2 years and no,
Never
I mean
picked
you
up.
knew, but
Oh, I
most
knew, yeah,
people
right from the
like
start.
Jay never heard of it.
No,
you
I
know,
didn't know.
yeah. So it was a faux pas.
So Little Bogus said, Lori, have you tried Makulu yet? So good.
What is?
What's a makulu?
I don't
Is it a
know.
wine? Makulu?
Makulu?
Kind of sounds like a alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like something
Either
from
that or-
Hawaii or something.
Some black magic. What is
Makulu.
it, dude?
My bad.
Yeah, what
it a-
happened
I
there?
wanted to make sure
Is
it
it
was
a
the spell. right.
dessert?
It's a whole world of possibilities, this says.
I don't know.
Nice.
That just all seems weird to me.
All right, man. Let's see what we're working with here.
I don't know. I think it's.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's an
Don't
old
know.
woman.
Oh, and there's Mr.
It's
Beast.
South,
Have you-
South
I
African
haven't.
for old women.
I have not tried an old
fuck-
South African woman. I have
What
not.
are you trying to say, little bogus?
Oh, bogus. Who we
Lori,
talking about?
have you tried Makulu yet? So good. She's saying the old woman's so good. Wait a minute. Is this
have not.
undercover Lilith?
No, not Lilith.
Undercolor Lily?
Whatever.
Azalea or
It
something?
doesn't even
Who was
fucking
it? I
matter.
forget.
It's ruined now.
Jonathan said, at least we have free health care in Canada.
That's true.
You're crushing it.
Yeah.
And you got banging syrup.
Banging.
Syrup is good. Got that,
Poutine.
poutine's great.
The rock slide.
They got the
Oh, curling.
and they got curling.
Curling.
Curling's great. Yeah.
Great
Oh,
They've
hockey.
great
got
hockey players.
the inside of the pecan pie, the gooey stuff. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, what was that?
they
You've
got
had
that
me.
stuff is so good.
They got very athletic
Yeah.
whites up there.
yeah, with curling because they can broom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Down here, our whites are much more, how do you say, obese.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that
Yeah.
just goes. That's just America. That's just America there. But no, it's yeah. Well, I don't know, guys. Well, I mean, I appreciate the time. You
I
guys
got
wanna
one
get-
more.
Yeah, let's get one more.
Patrick Savage says, Noah, you got to
Yeah.
watch the vid of Tom Segura breaking his arm. It's gnarly.
Dude, Patrick
So
Savage,
sick, dude.
I've seen this 2 or 3, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, same.
It's disgusting. I hate it so much. You guys don't like those videos, do you?
No.
No,
You
I
don't
don't
wanna
like to
watch
watch.
them?
yeah, I
Oh,
don't
it was
like to watch
bad.
So
bro.
I'll just explain.
What did he do?
Get a visual picture, okay? I'll paint the picture for you.
Go ahead, do it.
So it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon,
Mhm.
okay? Just a couple of fat guys in their late 40s trying to have a dunk contest.
Oh, that's bad news.
So Tommy Boy,
Nothing comes
he
out.
crushes the 8-foot rim, right? Like beautiful lift off, slams it home, all right? So everyone's hype. Like, oh, he crushed the 8er. You look like you can get 9. So they lift it up to 9. Tommy Boy, he's got the ball. He's dribbling. He's going up. On the launch, his meniscus snaps. So that's his knee, blows out. So he falls straight backwards.
Oh no!
And his arm that went back to go stop him snapped and twisted.
Jeez.
Oh my
So
gosh.
now his
this guy's got
arm-
a knee and an arm.
So now his arm is back stuck like this, right?
Oh my
and he's stuck
gosh.
on the ground. He goes, oh, and he goes to reach for his knee.
But his
and
arm's
then
broken.
Yeah, he realizes his arm is snapped and twisted, bent
Oh.
backwards. He's like, oh, so he's in all
Oh,
this pain.
man.
That's horrible.
And
That's tragic.
Everyone watching is
And
just
it was
pretty much in shock.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was all on video too.
Yeah, multiple angles. I mean, it was
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
They're-
They were filming it live for
Yeah.
New Year's.
Did they get a thumbnail at least?
Oh, it's been on many thumbnails.
It's been on ESPN.
Because I'd be like, I know you're in pain, but can we get a thumbnail real quick?
Oh, dude.
You know, before we take you
you
to
know,
the hospital, let's
of
get
course we
thumbnail
would.
quick.
No, bigger face.
Yeah, just make it.
It's not even believable, bro.
Yeah, make it seem like you're in more pain. More pain. Yeah,
That's
make
the
it more
best.
pain. Yeah.
I did that with Miguel.
Yeah, I remember that with Miguel. It's like,
It's
all
the
right,
best.
thumbnail. I mean, that's what you got to do.
You got to
man.
do that,
Gotta
and
do
they
that
did.
shit, man.
And shout out Tommy.
Tommy boy.
And then Rachel says, when you guys come to Montana, I can provide lunches for your Yellowstone trip. I'm a chef, so I promise it'll be good. You guys help me survive 2020.
Oh,
Damn.
Rachel,
Dude,
we're
between
down.
you and
Have her
Jason, we're gonna be
stick.
fucking good.
I will
That's what's
literally.
up.
I literally will go there
the
just for
fuck?
lunch.
Just for the lunch.
Just for the lunch.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at
That's
3:30.
And if you want to get courted, I mean, let's go.
Oh gosh.
You know what I mean?
Noah's on something.
Noah's
tonight,
like
dude.
horny.
It was that
tonight.
alpha brain, dude.
What do you
It's that
mean?
alpha brain. That's just got
It says I'm a
bull
chef.
sperm in it.
Yeah,
I would
chef.
love to marry a chef.
Yeah.
We don't even have to sleep in the same room.
just
like my
spend a lot of time in the kitchen. Just stay in the kitchen. I'll stay in the bedroom.
Yeah. I'll have my pack of Millers
A
on the
marriage
couch,
of
and I'm good.
convenience. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let roses burn through $5, but the message was retracted, so I
I'm
can't see.
sorry.
Oh, thank you.
I
Roses
think I saw part of it. It said gifts coming soon, but I didn't see.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. We've got
Love
some.
you, Let
we've
Roses.
got those gifts coming from the person that sent us the shirts.
Ooh,
I can't wait for that.
I love
I can't wait
gifts.
either.
That's super exciting.
You know what else I love? You know what's one of my favorite snacks that I don't eat too much? It's those little wafer brick bars. I didn't describe it well.
The
wafer
wafer cookies,
cookies
with the
that-
cream in the middle.
Yeah, they can be like
Ooh.
chocolate, vanilla,
Isn't that like
strawberry.
my grandma used to have?
Mhm.
them
Yeah,
all the
my
time?
grandma did too. They're so good.
Yeah. How does that
Yes.
last all these years?
Because it's banging.
Because
it's
they're
just
good.
Like crocodilians, you know,
I used to buy
unchanged
those,
for
when
60
you guys
million
were
years.
kids a lot.
So good.
Because
So
they're cheap
good.
as hell, but
Yeah.
they're good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do it right the first time.
So
Yeah.
good. And that's all I'm thinking today.
That's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking the same thing. So I'm thinking that we end this biatch.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
End it
Ending-
with a swear.
Ending the non-swear podcast
with
the
swears.
So thank you guys for fucking watching. If you enjoyed, go down in the description, subscribe, go do it all. Okay, there's
Yeah,
a bunch
please.
of links down there. Click
Yeah, please
every
do it.
single fucking link. There's like at least 30 of them.
Wow,
Go
30.
through them all. Click all the links and do everything that the description says. And once you do that, you're invited to the tree house.
Oh,
All
nice. I
right.
like that.
Ooh.
Let's start building it.
Thank you guys for watching. You have been checked in with your daily dose of Bar Check news, and we are checking out.
We'll see you guys later. Thanks so much, guys.
Much love to all the women.